This is Govs Radio.
Govs Radio.
And you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Okay, we'll just do that for now.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Live from the Governor's Green Room right here in Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, Long Island. We are here with Tony and Sallie and special guest, the one and only Charles Goonan, and also the great Sherry Poland as well. We just shot something very fun outside today in the parking lot. Everybody's got to tune in to the next episode of Tune In to Goonan. I think all of us have been on an episode of Tune In to Goonan at one point.
I think I was like some slutty nurse one time.
Nice. Yes, you were. Yeah. Or slotty, as
slotty.
I
was a
Sherry
slotty
Poland likes to say.
Nurse.
You were a slotty nurse, and but yeah, we've all been on the show. I urge everyone to watch it. It's Tune In Goonan or Tune In to Goonan on YouTube. And no longer on Facebook.
No longer on Facebook. Only on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Yeah, we were out in the parking lot, and after I got soft, we shot the scene, and it was good. I like to be in the parking lot with John.
Yes.
Especially in the rain.
It was romantic, and we had to wait till he got soft. He's not kidding.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
It takes a very long time because rain makes me excited in the worst way.
It was a fun scene. I enjoyed it. I think everyone... When do you expect that this will be released, this episode of Tune In? That's already been released, I could see.
That's why I wear white pants. So it's probably going to come out in 2 weeks. I'm in the middle of shooting it. And Tony will probably be shooting a scene with me this week.
This will be my debut.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to it.
So everybody is in it now.
And Tony has more acting creds than most of us in this room. I don't know about you. You might have...
I probably have the most and the greatest and the best of the room.
but Tony has his fair share, too. He's been on some high-profile TV shows and movies and stuff. And
we were just talking about his guest spot on Jake and the Fat Man.
That was when he was young.
Yeah.
Jake, the Fat Man ate me. So you don't really see my face.
He played a young donut salesman that the Fat Man chased down the street until he got too tired.
And I had 2 legs back then, so I could run.
That was back when he wasn't sold separate.
He ate your leg.
That's why he only has...
He ate his leg. It was so delicious!
To me, the whole episode of Jake and the Fat Man will be like, stop calling me fat. You're fat. Stop calling me fat, Jake.
Meanwhile, he's eating a turkey while he says that.
You gotta wash your portions.
It's funny, like fat back then. Like I remember the movie Fatso with Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, great movie.
He really wasn't all that fat.
No.
Like back in the day, I thought he was like the fattest guy I'd ever seen.
And that says it all.
Now he's just like the guy who you walk next to in the store.
Yeah, and that says it all about America, Sallie.
That's what I mean.
We're
what are
fat.
we doing?
We're all fat. Like
some of us are short.
Look at the soft.
I'm short and fat.
Look at the soft drinks. Back in the day, a large McDonald's soda was like the size of a small today.
Yep.
And now we're drinking big gulps, and it's just all.
It's like Starbucks. Like Starbucks used to have a short and a tall and a grande, and then it just went to a tall and a grande because like short just wasn't good enough for anyone. It wasn't enough for Americans. They probably have it in other countries, but not good enough here.
If you're getting a caramel macchiato, you don't want a short one. You need it to be.
But maybe in other countries that's just plenty, and they say thank you.
Oh, when I went to was Brazil for the Olympics, they gave me a coffee. It was like a little Dixie cup. They go, here's your coffee, and I'm
Like
like
an espresso.
Yeah, and I'm like.
Then you smacked them and said something about them being foreign?
I said I want it light and sweet. Because they only give it to you one way, but they do have Splenda sugar and all that good stuff. But
in other countries, they charge you for like ketchup packets.
In my defense, though, food is like delicious. Like around the corner from where I'm staying right now, they have these, capellinis. Do you know what those are?
No.
Those are fried pasta, like in like a croquette type of breadcrumb.
Yes.
And it is so great. You can feel your arteries hardening as you eat it,
So
but
good.
it's worth it. Like you can hear.
But you have to have
so
it
good.
in the nice marinara sauce.
Yeah, in the sauce, then it's okay.
Yeah, then you don't feel so bad.
I don't feel so bad. I'll take a double coronet.
So we are here. This is the green room. So we're waiting for some of the comics to come
green.
rolling in. But there's a very special. We know there's at least one person coming in. It's very special. Tony, myself, and Charles Goonan.
Lady LaRue
over there
is coming in.
They have a drag party going on on the patio. A lot of drag queens are
A
here.
race card?
No,
like
these-
a drag race?
Yeah,
Like,
you could say that they race.
Oh.
But they're going to be wearing dresses.
I
and
love drag queens. I love the whole thing.
I think it's
Really?
fun. It's definitely
It's so
fun.
much fun. I'm amazed by their flexibility, their makeup. I feel like I just want to spend like 24 hours with them so I can learn all their like tips and tricks and
Yeah, we'll never be the woman they are.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely won't.
That is true. No, that's true. But here's what I'm saying: they're coming over. They're gonna. One of them's coming over here.
I cannot wait.
You
I
say it
cannot wait.
You're saying it like you heard Godzilla is on the way. You're like, they're coming.
One of them is coming over here. I think
They're gonna sit on Charles's lap.
I think I want to see Charles Goonan get spanked today.
Yes.
That
I
was-
love drag queens. Just don't feed them after midnight. Isn't that what they say?
No, that's,
Gremlins.
oh, I was going to go with
I'm always
vampires.
get those two confused. I'm always at the stripper gremlin bar.
Hey, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing, stripper gremlins. But today,
I really hope
multiply when I'm wet.
I really hope they come in here and just
I can't wait.
mess with you guys. God,
I
that
just
would
want
be
him
so
to
Oh, you're
just
not going to
split.
be off the hook. They're
Oh,
gonna-
I'm off
they're
the hook.
going
I'm
for
hiding
you.
behind
No,
Sally.
they're gonna-
Sally's a ninja. She'll smack them around.
They love the ones who are afraid. Those are the ones.
They can smell fear.
They definitely like you reek of it. Yeah.
They're definitely going to go after the ones who are.
I'm not afraid. Just turn on the bright light. They're afraid of bright light, aren't they?
Did you say blight light?
Bright light, yes. My
I'm
words are
trying to
covered, my
hook up the
words.
comments there. I'm having trouble. Here.
Yeah, if everyone's watching this right now
Yep.
on Facebook, go to YouTube. That's where we take all the comments and we'll read them live. So YouTube, it's on Govs.
Govs Comedy Club Radio is the name of the YouTube channel. Please subscribe while you're there. And also hit the thumbs up and share it. Share it to everybody you know.
Yeah,
Andrew Fremder is there. Hello, Joan. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe just leave that up there and then you could read it. I think it's
Joan,
probably better.
Joan is watching. Hello, Joan. Elizabeth is here, of course, and everybody's saying hi to each other, which is nice. We have
What's
a
up,
nice little
everybody?
community of
Elizabeth Batipede?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we love all of our listeners and watchers and people contributing to the conversation as always. So please let us know. And if you have any tips on how to talk to a drag queen, this will probably be my first interview.
What a lovely set of balls you have.
Why, thank you, honey. Want me to teabag your ass?
My vagina itches.
It took 4 minutes for it to get to this.
Hi, I'm Lady LaRue. My nuts are hanging low.
Are these your like fantasy dreams that are coming to life for you? Is this your fantasy coming to life? I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, it's my fantasy coming to life.
The drag queen's fantasy, though, she's like, I can't believe 3 white boys want my.
She did say that.
Yeah.
What'd she
I
say?
identify as Chinese.
She
though,
said she
so-
can't believe 3 white boys want me to come in the room with them.
That's what she
Yes.
said. Yeah.
And then she yelled out her credit score, didn't she?
No,
For
she said
real.
our credit score. She goes,
she said our
they
credit
all got
score.
credit scores of 750 and better.
Right.
That was
Little
Olivia.
does she know.
That was Olivia London that we were
Olivia
talking
That's
to.
awesome.
I thought it was
Also
Lady
on the
of
bill is Ruby Monroe and Yaha Tiger Lily.
Ooh, yeah.
Sounds dangerous.
Yaha.
Yaha, 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 ha, 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 ha. No, nobody knows that.
Wasn't there a
Isn't
brand?
that
Yeah.
I liked it.
The John Wayne rap.
There you go. Rappin' Duke.
Rappin' Duke.
Yeah.
It's like Yamaha meets Yahoo.
Yeah.
You're a soprano.
And Mike Cannon
He
is
will be
playing the
soon.
main room.
That will definitely happen. If that guy sits on my lap,
Elizabeth Batapede actually says, yeah, they're going to teabag Goonan's face. That's
Wow.
actually what she wrote.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't know what I'm more worried about.
yeah, come on in.
The fact
Mike
of that or
Cannon
the
is
fact
here.
that
Mike Cannon.
she had
Yeah,
the
you have a seat on the
Hey,
couch.
sit right
There's
there.
a headset there somewhere.
you get the comfort seat.
How you doing, Mike?
How you doing?
Good, man. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
man.
thanks for
appreciate
coming
that.
in.
Thanks for having me
Headlining
with the Madonna
main
headset.
room.
Now you can do your voice.
Yeah, I feel pretty. I've never felt more free.
So how's it going, man? How you been?
Pretty good. I'm exhausted today. I actually took a little bit of a tour of Levittown. My
nice.
father's from here, so we
Oh,
shot.
wow.
And I know nothing about his childhood, so
Wow.
we took a tour of this
You
entire
went to
place.
MacArthur High School?
Yeah, he went to Memorial. So like it shut down in '79.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now
no, I
it's-
remember Memorial. Yeah, like there was like Island Trees Memorial. There were like Division Avenue. I forget what
Yes,
else.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
so was that your dad's here?
He's here. Yeah.
Was that him singing Bohemian Rhapsody?
That
like
was all 3 of us actually. Yeah, I think we
very
had
cool.
kind of a kooky day, and all of us
Yeah.
are just swimming in our own psychosis.
So you're not familiar. You didn't grow up in Levittown.
I did not. No, but I visited here. Like I've, my grandparents lived here for a long time, so I spent a lot of my childhood here.
Right.
But we're Irish Catholics, so I don't know anything about what happened before I got here.
Yeah.
Where were you raised? Where did you come up?
I grew up right outside of West Point. I was born in Manhattan on the Upper West Side, and I grew up right outside of West Point in Fort Montgomery.
Oh, nice.
No, actually, we just lived there.
You
we
never heard them marching in the background?
did. I played Little League in West
What
Point.
happened when you hit them with the ball?
They shot me
Yeah.
several times. Yeah, it was a rogue. It was a rogue cadet, but yeah.
So Levittown must have been quite the disappointment then.
Not really. I'm interested, man. You know,
Really? Yeah?
This whole place is built in such an odd way, and it's obviously it has its own historical
It's
significance.
the first neighborhood, like the first structured neighborhood, like all the
Yeah.
houses are the cookie cutter.
Yeah.
The
Well, that-
Levitt houses.
Meanwhile,
Yes,
meanwhile,
yeah.
this
It's like a
place has
thing.
another address. If you come here, they give
Is that
you-
right?
Yes, they give you the Petco address if they tell you.
That's
You're driving
hilarious.
here, you're doing GPS, put the Petco.
And Petco isn't even there anymore. Like it moved before COVID even.
Nice.
Bunch of empty hamster wheels.
Yeah.
Where
I
in
know.
Upper West Side were you?
I was born at St. Luke's Roosevelt, which is now Mount Sinai West, which is also where my son was born.
Ah,
Very
very
nice.
nice.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
cool,
we were
man.
born in the same place.
So,
Oh,
what was the
that's
most
cool.
memorable moment of the Levittown tour? Was there anything that blew your mind?
Nothing that really blew my mind. It dawned on me that I knew more than I thought. My dad told me his life story in vagaries. Like he never really specifically spoke about his relationship with his parents or anything like that. It was always kind of like, this and this and happened, and
Right.
just going around with him kind of spurred those memories a little bit. But the Sump was an interesting
Oh.
place.
The Sump by 7-Eleven?
Did he ever
Is
tell
it?
you what a sump was? Like
Before?
Did he try to explain it before?
You know what's weird is Sump sounds like what it is to me.
Right.
You know,
Exactly, it's
absolutely.
perfect.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was, but the word sump, I'm like, yeah, drainage. Like,
Yeah.
I just kind of figured
so
it
you
out.
knew, because I tried to explain it from this like beautiful childhood memory, and once I said the word sump, but I'm
Yes.
like, that's where we would go sleigh riding, and,
Yeah.
and we'd bring our sleighs, and we'd go down this hill, and all they could say is, where the sump. But
It sounds like some torrid high school sex.
I,
You know?
I sumped her, man.
Yeah, sumped.
I thought every state had a sump, but they don't. And there were plenty of them. Like every neighborhood has their own
Yeah.
sump.
We used to catch tadpoles in our sump.
Yeah?
Little
That's so
tadpoles.
disgusting. Why
Yeah.
did you say that for on the air?
And then I
You
would
put
eat
tadpoles
them.
in your sub? See a doctor.
But they have a full soccer. I don't know if you guys have been down there recently, but apparently they redid the entire thing. It's like this beautifully manicured
Nice.
soccer field.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
nice.
Still wet as shit anytime it drizzles. Apparently,
Yeah.
some delightful stranger showed up and explained everything to us, which is unreal. We were filming. I was like, "Oh, thanks, potential figment of my imagination."
They knew you were doing a documentary,
That's
so
right.
I figured they'd help you out.
Yeah, yeah.
It always gets wet here.
Right. They were hoping for their SAG card.
How old is your son?
My son is 2. He just turned 2 in July.
Oh, very nice.
Congratulations.
Now,
Yeah, that's very nice.
When you're raising your son,
Mhm.
if he does something wrong, do you kind of, because you're a comic,
Yeah.
forgive it if it's funny?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if I didn't, it'd be psychotic.
Like-
if he
like
was
he
2
does
years
something
old,
wrong,
I'm like,
you're like,
dude,
"That's
you're better
fun."
than that.
You colored on the
Yeah.
walls.
What the fuck have I taught you for the last 24 months? But yes, I mean, there's certain things, like the other day, he's just now dropping F-bombs because he like,
Wait a minute, how old is he?
he's 2.
He's like,
No, he's
really?
got a grandfather who has a real loose mouth, and that's not my father. That's my wife's stepfather.
Wow.
And so he's like a man's man. He works with his hands, so a lot of obscenities come out during that. And my son will just kind of sit there, and as long as he uses them correctly, I'm a fan. You know what I mean? Like if he's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "That's correct."
They're like, hey, he said
Yeah.
it right.
Is that
Yeah,
his
yeah.
first word?
Yeah, it was that. His first word was buckaball. He's a big basketball kid. He
Wow.
loves
Oh, nice.
basketball, which makes me feel like I'm a little psychotic and pushing it on him. But I'm also handing him paintbrushes and trying to, widen
You could be
his
that like,
interests.
basketball dad that pushes him to be
Yeah,
his best.
yeah.
No, I'm-
like in He Got Game, that didn't go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like the
I'm with the
Diaries, What
paintbrushes.
was that
Well,
Leo DiCaprio movie?
Be great.
Basketball Diaries,
Basketball
yeah.
Diaries.
It's
I'm-
great if he plays basketball and he's dropping F-bombs, but even better if he's painting.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm all for the painting. That's why we have kids. It's child labor. That's
Yeah,
what it's
yeah.
all about.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what they're here for.
Mow the lawn.
What do you
Exactly.
mean?
the house.
You mean
Exactly.
paint the bathroom? Is that you mean?
Yeah, paint the bathroom, mow the lawn, all of it.
See,
All of it.
I'm
That's why we have
I'm
them.
looking new age, dude. I'm taking his paintings. I'm selling them as NFTs.
There you go.
This is cool. So you guys do this during every show? It's just
We
a hang?
try, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Try.
Yeah,
We
it's
got,
a green room.
we have shows during the week as well, and
Nice.
like Don here hosts a show called Donversations,
Yeah,
where he
Yeah,
talks
yeah.
to a lot of comedians, and you just had Tommy Chong on, and
Yeah,
Very
we-
cool.
Yeah,
How was that
awesome.
convo? Yeah.
It was good. I still got a buzz from it. Like,
Was he? Oh, he was in here.
no, this was a Zoom. I wish
You
it
just
was,
caught it through the
Yeah,
airwaves.
it's just
Yeah.
when you're Tommy Chong, you could able to do that.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
There was like secondhand smoke coming through the speaker.
It was a great interview, though.
yeah, it
was.
was.
Like,
Thanks.
really, I thought he just really opened up to you.
We just had Bob Nelson in here.
Oh, cool.
What was that? About a month ago, I guess.
Yeah,
it was?
Yeah, we had a benefit here.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we're-
Legend Bob Nelson.
Yeah.
We've been fortunate that we get the headliners like yourself that
Very
come in
cool.
and talk with us. It's
Yeah,
fun. Yeah, it's fun. We're live on YouTube and Facebook and the website as well.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
nice. And I'm actually surprised that you're here because a lot of guys don't come in before they go up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just getting loose. I think my opener is dressed like White ISIS, so he's
License?
yeah, Wysis, and so I'm just
Terrorist with a perfect credit score.
Right.
Everybody kind of has that reaction when they see him.
Yeah.
He just flew in
Yep.
from Afghanistan.
I mean, I don't know if one of you was the one that said it to him, but he came fucking leering around the corner, slow walking in his, Columbine getup, and I was like, dude, this is the most terrifying image anybody's ever had pre-show.
We've gotten a little used to it.
He's going to shoot your audience before you
I
go
know.
up. Yeah,
he
basically.
pulled out cards. I was like, what are you, Gambit?
I love seeing people's reaction the first time they ever
Yeah,
ever
because
see
I don't
him.
even
He's
think
here
about
all
it
the time.
anymore, and then you
Right.
think about it through like your eyes, and you're like,
Well, I saw him across the parking lot.
And you thought it was
Slow
it was
walking.
death coming to get you.
I thought it was like either that or a Legion of Skanks fan or something, like just somebody from that ilk.
you thought I'm gonna run to Governors and get away from that.
Yeah, and then I turned around and he's just still slow moving and,
then
walking across
He's the one with the keys.
Yeah, he was jingling them as he walked.
Oh, so he's hosting for you tonight?
He's hosting, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I've never met him before, but he sounded funny. He was killing it.
He's a
that's
great
good,
dude.
yeah.
Steve Rocco
Yeah.
Perillo, very funny guy. And here he is. Here he is.
He's drinking blood already.
Yeah, you do look like you hung around with Billy Bob and Angelina Jolie.
Who else
Oh,
is...
wait, sorry. I thought you said Billy Bob. I think it's Bob.
You were just ready to jump into
Is
an
there another
impression.
headset you can give for him over there?
Actually,
Steve,
leave
over
that
here.
one alone.
Steve,
Oh,
right
there you go,
here.
there you
Right
go.
here. Who else is...
My arrested for peddling joke got booed. I didn't appreciate that.
Say they booed a joke out there?
Yeah, because it's a stupid joke I tell on purpose.
Uh-huh.
Just so I can say, I'm a fucking artist!
What is it? What can you
I
share
say,
that with us?
I've been arrested. I got caught selling illegal bicycles, and I got busted for peddling. It's a dumb. I know it's a dumb joke, and I acknowledge that it's a dumb joke, but it's one of my favorite jokes. And I told it because I'm a fucking artist.
There you go. There you go.
Goddamn right.
We are artists.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some more
damn
than
right.
others.
Yeah. So how's the crowd out there today,
No,
Rocky?
it's fun.
Yeah?
It's fun. Yeah.
The
There
high
was like
pitch,
a- there
the
was like-
high pitch in your voice sounded otherwise.
So good.
I got 15 minutes.
That was my 15 minutes of fame. Yes.
who else is... who's else?
Right now, Scott Schenlinger is on stage.
Oh,
He's our
Scott's
feature-
here?
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
our
cool.
feature-
Scott
Scott is
Hottie.
fantastic,
He's
man.
the best. I've known
Yeah.
him for a long time.
Oh, is that
too.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
since we started. Yeah.
Oh.
He's great.
Yeah.
We just met him maybe 6 weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
2
You
months
talk
ago.
to him off the stage. He's such a serious guy, and he talks. He's a very smart guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Then he goes out there and he kills it. I mean, he's so
hilarious,
funny.
man.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. He's got 2 twins, and then he got snipped. He was telling me, so I was like, "Good for you, buddy." He got it out in one shot.
He got ahead of the problem.
Yeah, he made sure his commitment was 18 years exactly.
Yeah.
So you said you started with him. Where did you start? Out here on the island?
No, I did my first open mics that I wouldn't even count in college, like 5 or whatever. Then I kind of meandered and drank for a year after I graduated, and then in 2008 I started in the city.
Oh, nice,
yeah.
nice.
So I wouldn't recommend starting in New York because even
Really?
still, like, I'm working everywhere, but I still see people that saw me when I was brutal,
Right,
and I'm sure they don't forget it because I don't forget people that stink.
But you can see the arc. You're like, damn, he came a long way.
Yeah, I mean that would be the nice way to look at it, but
Well, you tell him, I got a YouTube channel now, motherfucker.
yeah, I have monetized.
It is tough in the city, but I think it's also an advantage because there's so many clubs. You can
Yeah.
hop around.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Good stuff, Rocco.
Beetlejuice,
like, I have,
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
I have a cat's head I need to cut off in the other room.
Okay. Okay, he pointed at me. My soul is gone.
He just cursed you, man.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you,
Touched
Charles.
your cheek and said thinner.
Thinner. And shorter. Oh, no.
He just reaches over and gives him the kisses. See you later, good. But yeah, like what you're saying about the city, man. I think it's definitely a challenge to start there because there's so many comedians
Yeah.
and so many good ones and seasoned guys. So the intimidation factor is there, but I think also the osmosis that you learn
For sure,
from and
yeah.
all that stuff.
I mean, I'm a competitive guy, so seeing people that were really, really great made me push. And obviously, I didn't get there. Or, you don't get good for a really long time. But just seeing that and being around it, you absorb a little bit of it, and
Sure.
especially if you surround yourself with people that work hard.
Yeah, man.
At the very least, you're gonna glom that, the
Yeah.
ethic. So
Yeah, it just pushes you. That work ethic
Yeah.
definitely pushes you. Where like a lot of people out here, there's only a few clubs.
Sure.
You're like, I don't feel like going in today.
Yeah.
But you're not getting that workout that you need.
Are there a lot of alt rooms popping up or anything like that, or is it mostly the clubs?
We got the 3 main clubs that the governors, and then there's a bunch of alt rooms and bars and
Oh,
stuff
nice.
like that. So there's
Cool.
a lot of places for stand up for sure.
That's great, man. Yeah, hell yeah, building a scene.
That's
Yeah, they're
truly-
trying.
Yeah.
They're trying to build a scene.
Well, now it's like building it back up from scratch after everything.
Exactly.
It was
I mean,
rough,
it's
yeah.
it's kind of interesting in the city. There's just an entirely new crop of producers and great shows that are not in the clubs out of nowhere. They just popped up during
Wow.
the pandemic, and obviously since they've just ridden the wave of success that they've had. And I mean, I don't even remember the shows that I was doing before because all of these have been so good.
Well, you had the
Tops and
right, and you've had places like Dangerfields, unfortunately, that
Right, right.
shut down. Supposedly, I'm hearing rumors it's coming back, but
No
Oh,
shit.
are you?
yeah, I've heard rumors about it, but yeah, I don't know if there's any.
I mean, that room is interesting because it was like it felt like it's been underwater since the 80s, and they
that
never dried it
was
off.
It's the
a
same-
fancy room. Right?
Yeah.
same decor for years and years.
Right.
I knew
But
somebody's
even
auctioning-
packed, I did it like one time, packed, and I was like, oh, okay. Like,
Right.
this makes all the sense in the world. You know, it wasn't an HBO new comic special packed, but it was like, it felt like that, where you're like, oh, this room is magic.
There's
Like,
something
yeah.
special about being on
Yeah,
that stage.
for
Where
sure.
all those, like you said, Rodney specials
Yeah.
happened and all those greats came through.
I
and
put
all
my
that.
hand on that piano. I'm like, Kinnison touched this.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, everybody.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
do you feel anything like that here? Because I mean,
Kind
fact,
of, to be honest, yeah. There's so many great Long Island comics.
Right.
Long Island and Boston are two of the
Yes.
places where
biggest ones.
you know some of the absolute greats have come from this place. And Long Island, I feel like, doesn't get a lot of credit for that because they immediately moved to the city.
Yeah, it is true.
But we got guys that still stand behind Long Island. Like you talk to Kevin James. He's
Yeah.
from Long Island.
yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld still will say Long Island.
Mhm.
Even
Yeah.
though he
Attell.
Attell.
Yeah,
will-
Schumer's from out here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right,
there's
right.
like there's some real high quality acts that have come
Yeah,
out of
man.
here.
yeah, and unfortunately, we've had a lot of people that do distance themselves, like Billy Crystal. You wouldn't, you never know that Billy Crystal's a Long Island guy.
Oceanside. Yeah.
No
Oceanside
kidding.
and Long Beach, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, half his body isn't really even from him anymore, so it's all rubber. Love you, BC. Would love to work with you. He watches, right?
Of course,
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
Yeah, Billy's watching right now. Billy, comment if you're there.
I probably should start getting my mind right for this show.
Okay,
but,
cool.
Tell us all your
Fine.
punchlines real fast.
They're all bad.
To get to the other side.
I appreciate you guys having me.
We appreciate you
Thank
coming
very
in,
much.
Mike,
Yeah,
really.
thank
Very
you all.
much.
Thank you.
Yes. Mike Cannon.
Oh, and we can find you on YouTube. You got your own channel. You got Timing on Amazon?
Yes, Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. That's a movie called Timing, starring Mike Cannon.
Take care, brother.
Thank you, buddy.
Good to see
Appreciate
you.
it.
Shout out for
Excellent.
the ghost.
Mike Cannon, everybody.
The ghost of comedy past is hosting the show.
Yes, we'll see if he comes in. He's like, they're all dead now.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'll try to grab Schendlinger,
Yeah,
Once he
definitely. Yeah,
finishes, yeah.
definitely have him
Very funny
do
guy.
that. Yeah.
and then I don't know. Maybe we'll send Charles to check up on the drag queens.
Yes, we do need to get the drag queens in here.
I feel like, Charles, you're like the perfect height. So if you go up to the drag queen, you could potentially like
Fit inside one of them?
breastfeed. Like
Oh.
you could breastfeed.
I could breastfeed. I could potentially breastfeed. Yeah.
They are going to fall in love with you instantly.
Right.
Yeah.
He's so like little and cute.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. I can see that. He's like the.
They're gonna breastfeed. If I breastfeed with a drag queen, nothing's gonna come out.
No, not from the nipples, but something will come out.
Oh, well, I wasn't auditioning.
So who do we got here? How come there isn't ice on LIRR comedy? Am I reading this right? My eyes can't see. How come those isn't ice?
How come there aren't?
Long
How come
Island
there are
Railroad.
anti-LIRR comedy? There's tons of material there. Says Nick Casamasima.
Anti-LIR?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
Peak
what he said,
tickets,
anti.
peak hour tickets, man.
I haven't been on the railroad in a while.
I was on it the other day, and there was a dude drinking a Foster's beer on there.
Is the LIRR back to normal? Is it full
It's
again?
it's the same. Normal, it never was. There's always weirdos on there.
Yeah, but is it packed again? Like I remember it was empty for a while during the COVID era.
I don't know. I only went. It was late, so it was. There were people there.
I have not been on the train since like COVID, and now even now. I don't think I would ever go back on the train. I'll just drive in. I'll just deal with the parking, that huge bus that I'm driving.
And if you feel like you're too clean from not going on the LIR, you could just lick the floor,
Ugh.
and then you've retroactively experienced the LIRR.
He says it's the Nick says it's the worst. The LIRR. I remember I used to have to travel into Manhattan every day and take the LIRR, and I hated it because there's always something. This is before COVID. There was always somebody coughing and sneezing,
Yes.
and I was always like, "Oh my god!"
Oh wow!
And I
Nick's
wish there was a
biography.
mask. Yeah.
What was I going to say? Do you know Abe Hannigan?
Yeah.
Okay,
great.
so Abe moved to Brownsville, Brooklyn. He moved to Brownsville, like the worst. That's not even gentrified. And he looks like a Tim Burton character.
Abe Hannigan must weigh about 90 pounds soaking wet. He's a skinny dude.
Abe Hannigan looks like little Edward Scissorhands, like the Saturday morning cartoon version
Yeah, he's got a
of
little
Edward
skinny body. You can see
Scissorhands. So
him.
he moved to Brownsville, and the other day he was going to do a show here in Long Island, and he came to where I'm staying right now, and we shot a scene. But I said, "Oh, now you have to take the LIII." I said, "Doesn't it suck?" He goes, "Yeah, Conan." He goes, you know, pay $20 round trip. Yeah, I'll just do it. I don't care. So he goes, I go to
That's
the,
a good impression.
he goes to the play, comes here in the rain, sits with me. He's like, and then we're going to take an Uber to the show, and he's like, "Oh, it's $20. No, I'm not going to do that. No. I'll call up Renee. Renee will drive us. I'll just get him right now." And we go, and Renee is there. Now Renee's going to pick us up, and we're going to go. Now the Renee's not going to pick us. No. I'll just try my Lyft again. Oh, my account is blocked. I don't know what it is going. I don't know. And then I smoked his weed, and his weed was like Tim Burton weed. It came out of a leap and went dun, 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 dun. I smoked his weed, and then he's like, I'll just go back, and he went home.
Abe
he
is
didn't even
such
go
a-
to the gig.
He's such a prankster.
He didn't even go.
No, it was raining, and the Uber was like super expensive to get from where I was in Belmore, so he just
He
went back
decided
to
to take the
Brooklyn.
train back.
He
I
went-
tell you, Abe is such a prankster that
He is a prankster.
I don't know if I could ever take him serious. Like if I had him come to my house, I would always be on guard, wondering
Oh, yeah.
when is he playing me?
Right.
Is,
Oh,
is
yeah.
he fucking with me? What's happening?
I'm
But would
missing-
you have him to your house though in the first place?
I had him to my
He
place.
had him at his
I am
house.
missing a toe. No, I don't know.
He woke up with no kidney.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right.
Stitches.
And he's walking away. Good. I'm just gonna take kidney. I'll bring back later. Sorry.
So
No,
now you got me thinking because I got a story with Abe.
This is a very good Abe I'm doing.
When it is very good.
I think it is very
When
good.
we first started our show here back in 2018, I think it was, he contacted us and he said, "I'm a new comedian and I want to come on the show. I like to get to know everybody, get
Right.
in the
You
place."
say his name backwards, he disappears like Mr. Mixel.
So we was like, okay, we had no idea who he was. We're like, all right, well, we can try and work something out. And he was hard to get a hold of, and it was really strange for a while. But then so we were like, kind of at this point, like, we don't know who this guy is. Yeah. But then he contacted us again, and he said, can I get there on bicycle?
See,
So I was
already,
like,
the idea of him on a bicycle is like Kermit on a bicycle.
but we didn't know.
The legs.
Yeah.
But we didn't know who he was, so I was like, "Well, all right, where you coming from?" Because I'm thinking maybe he's right here in Levittown or something. He goes, "I'm in Patchogue," which, for those of you who don't know, Patchogue is like 40 minutes east of here.
It's a drive.
Like
That's
car.
how
It's
they call it.
In a car,
It's
right?
like Bumble.
Yeah.
It's out in
Right.
Bumble.
Abe, just like me, except I'm from the city, never drove. He doesn't drive. So, but he's from Long Island, and he's never driven.
Oh,
either.
is that right?
Yeah, just like me.
Oh, so he wasn't
but
kidding
he's
about
not
the
a
bike.
city guy. No, he probably was going to take a bike.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I
If you don't
said
have
no
a car-
because I was
He's
thinking
still
it
on
was
the
a
way.
prank.
He
He's
rides-
still-
he
He's
rides his-
almost here. He's actually almost
He
here.
rides his broom.
Wow.
Fremder has a joke for us. The last time he was on the LIRR, he had a case of the choo-choos.
All right.
And I read that right before he retracted
He
it.
retracted it. Yeah.
Good. He was embarrassed. This is what he looked like in my house, looking like a Tim Burton character.
Yeah, that's a little
Will this
spooky.
show? Which camera? do I
Yeah,
put?
put the. Yep, just go
This is
straight
the
into
real
it.
Abe Hannigan.
Okay.
This
That's-
is when I asked him. I actually have a video, but I won't put it. I asked him, "Where do you get your clothes from?" He goes, "Goodwill or my grandma's closet." That's what he said.
I love guys like that who are like eccentric in a way. And
Well, he's running a show, like Cannon said. He's running a new show. I said, "What are you doing for a living?" He goes, "I run a show
where at?
What, like
in
a
Brooklyn, a comedy show." Yeah.
hosting stand up?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, and he goes, I'll be good on the alternative scene." I said, "You are the alternative scene." I said, "You are an alternative person."
Remember, was it your show that he came in? He
It was domestic disturbance. He came.
Oh,
in.
is that what it
It
was?
was the lost tapes.
He did my podcast.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And he had some guy come. Remember, he had some guy.
That stoner dude came in. He's funny too. He's actually a funny comedian. I forget his
Oh,
name.
is he?
Yeah. That,
Oh,
that
okay.
kid. This
Was that
kid
Renee?
came in. Maybe
Because that's his friend.
Blonde-haired
Renee,
guy?
Renee will drive us.
Yeah, he was
No,
like
no,
Spicoli.
no.
This guy.
This guy was,
no,
he was like Brad Pitt from True Romance, man. He's like, hey, man, whatever, don't ever freaking disrespect me, man. Like, you ever see that scene? But he was just like that. He's all giggly and everything, and it was great. Good times.
Yeah, so I shot a scene in Tuna Lagoon. He's in Tuna Lagoon also.
Good.
He's the prankster.
I could see A doing well acting.
We discuss the proper revenge. That's what we discuss together.
The proper revenge for
anything?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to go into too many details, but get him up. Get him up.
All right.
Yeah, and we did a scene.
Sherry, what do you got going on?
Like right now?
Push-ups off the
Well,
couch.
like these days.
Oh, well,
have you been
I'll
hitting the stages? You've been doing your thing?
I will be part of one of the Butera shows on Friday, September 17th.
Very nice.
And then I feel like there's something else in October and November. I forgot.
What have you been doing to work on your set? So when you don't have the stage time available, how do you write material?
You put the N-word in?
No, what?
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry.
If I can't make it out to an open mic, then I'm blessed that in my day job, I'm able to actually do some of my set in front of my coworkers.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
So I'm blessed that where I work, people are very supportive.
Are we allowed to ask what you do for your day job
You
or no?
can, but I'm not going to say.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right.
You
Never
can
mind.
ask me, but I'm not going to tell you.
She kind of like sets you up. You're already like make
I'm
the
one of the
question,
men
and
in
then you're
black.
like, oh.
And I don't want to put her on the spot if she doesn't want
No,
to.
you can ask. I just will probably not tell you.
But
So.
you need to get more mileage out of your set. You got to start getting out there more.
Yeah, no, I think now that like my kids are going back to school, things aren't as chaotic as they were over the summer. So I'm waiting for like September 1st. They go into school, like that whole routine will be set, and my evenings will be a little bit different.
You have one bit from your set that always stood out to me because I don't know if it's real or not. It's the one where you said that you told your husband I'm going to wait at the corner because I want to know what it feels like to be a hooker.
Yes.
Is that
Well, tell it.
yeah, tell us that story.
So,
And demonstrate it right now for us.
So basically, well, do you want to know if it's real?
Well, tell the joke first, so this way the audience and everybody
Okay.
in here knows what we're talking about.
Last Saturday, I stood outside at the street corner right out here, dressed as a hooker, and I waited there for 2 long hours, and no one stopped. And then this one guy stopped, and he rolled down his window, and he's like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" And I was like, "How am I doing? I've been standing outside dressed as a hooker for 2 hours and no one stopped. And you're the first person to stop. So actually right now, I'm doing fucking amazing. Are you kidding? I'm doing absolutely amazing." And then I said to him, I'm like, "What can I do you for?" And he's like, "Never mind." And he drove away. So that night when I got home, I said to my husband, he's like, "How'd you do? How was it?"
How did you do?
And I said, well, I stood outside dressed as a hooker for 2 hours and no one stopped. And this one guy stopped and he drove away. And so my husband's, and then I said, well, but he threw $10 at me. And he's like, "That's great." And I said, "No, it's not. It was a roll of quarters."
And it was true.
So when I first
And it really
saw
happened?
Yeah, tell us now, is that true? Is that something that you actually do, or is this just all
Was it
made
nickels?
up?
Was it really nickels?
That's not something that I've done currently.
Currently.
Is it something I would do? Yes.
Like just the
Nice.
scene, just to test
So
it
you
out?
have done that.
I did something like that in college.
Okay.
And actually,
All right.
my friend from college, who I'm still friends with, Dale, she can attest. She can.
Get
she
Dale
can
on the phone. Look,
She can vouch for that.
Let's call Dale.
I would like to point out that she had no problem saying, "Yeah, I pretend to be a hooker from now and then." What do you do for a living? Get the fuck. I'm not telling you. It's none of your business. What are you, a cop?
So tell us.
But do I wait on the corner to suck dick for $50? Yes. When I get just 10 in quarters, I take it home. You see me picking it up quarter by quarter, going, "I could have sucked that dick." What do you do for a living? Why don't you shut your mouth? You open your mouth, you ask too many things. It's too personal. When I go in the corner, there's testicles out there and money to make, and video games to play from those quarters.
Well, Charles, why did you drive away?
Everyone knows I can't drive. So,
But is that something that you do? Do you test it out to see, am I desirable as a hook? Is that the whole point?
Honestly, I do feel like sometimes I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Don't other women think that way?
yes.
Yes,
I don't
well,
know,
they
Sally,
should
have
if
you
they
ever
don't.
tried that?
I
No, no.
I want to know what you did in college.
I want to know when you're going on the corner again. Because I got 25 cents in this motherfucker.
No, I'd up my prices at this point. Come on.
Okay, 35 cents.
And how does this kind of humor affect you at home? Is everyone fine with it? They understand that stand-up, or do they
And your job at the UN that you won't tell us about.
your top secret FBI
Nikki Haley's
job?
right hand.
She's helping bring home our people over in Afghanistan.
Right. She's bringing home the people at Afghanistan.
I mean, I've kind of always been like weird and out there.
No.
So, I mean, I've been saying things, really strange things most of my life. My father would always say, you know, where did you hatch from? Like, I don't even know where you come up with any of this stuff. So it's not really that far-fetched. Anyone that really knows me knows I say, and I've had had crazy ideas. And when I have an idea, I don't just put it, like I write it and not do it. Like, I do it.
Right.
So anyone that, you know, any of my real circle of friends have unfortunately probably been part of a horrible idea that typically, you know, I tell them they don't have to really act on it. I just need someone to go with me. So if I get arrested, like there's someone that could be like, no, there's nothing wrong with her. She's just trying out.
She was just trying to see what it was like to be a terrorist. She just want to try, wait in the corner.
Now, what about the growing up in Jericho? Because we're Hicksville, so we're neighbors.
Yes.
So
Hicksville train station. Woo!
We can talk about the LIRR.
Is that the corner over there? That's where you hung out at the train station trying to get some.
You know what?
trying
I
to get some
rode the
quarters?
train so many years when I worked in the city.
What
You
happened?
probably could get some guys at the train station. The train station, it's safe to say, there will be plenty of men.
That's
with,
scary.
You
The
should
train
have-
station is scary.
Yeah,
You
it's a
should have
scary place.
a kiosk hooked up right next to the kiosk for the tickets.
You know, and I'm also a really a germaphobe, so riding the train, having to go near the train, when you had to go in that room when it was really cold, I would be the only person at the platform. And, you know, when you ride the train all the time, you know where the platform, you know, to stand and
When
everything.
the door's going to stop.
And then you have to walk in the train, and then I'd always be, like, Clorox wiping, like, where I sat, because it's disgusting.
This is before COVID.
Oh, yeah. I would
Wow.
always wear a jacket with a hood, and then I would, like, Clorox the back of my hood, just because it was disgusting.
To kill all the sheet.
Because no one is cleaning that disgusting germ hole. Like, and then, people would drop things on the floor and just pick it up. And I'd be like, clean your goddamn hands, clean the pen, clean everything. And then, because, you know, at night, I've seen people urinate on the train. For a while, they had the alcohol on the train. Like, I was always on, the drunk
the beer
train.
truck.
It'd be
Yeah.
like, when I worked at MTV, I would be coming home at, like, 11.
Oh, we got one job out of her. She worked at MTV.
Wow,
Now she works for Men in Black, MIB.
That was years ago, but I was always on, like, the drunk train. So I remember
So
seeing
you don't want to
people.
catch any germs on the train, but waiting out on the corner if some fella...
I feel like it's the corner. I'm by myself. I have my own
Yeah, 'cause
stash. Like in my boot,
my own
in my
stash.
boot, I would have antibacterial. Like
And condoms.
Take that thing out.
I
Now
think
we're
you'd
ready.
be terrified if somebody actually pulled over and wanted you to come in.
well, you know, in college I was on the boxing team, so I'm not that concerned because I feel like I know all the pressure points and essentially how to
kick somebody's ass.
Can we get you and Don to stand up here and box a little bit? Let's do it.
I might be the only one your height here, I think. How tall are you?
5'10".
Yeah, I'm 5'11", 6 foot.
I mean,
shrink-
today because
shrinking
I'm wearing
now at my older
these
age.
wearing these shoes, I'm probably like
Yeah,
your
you're a little
height
taller
or
than
this-
me. Yeah.
Oh, we should have her box Perillo.
I don't think he can fight.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think he can
concerned.
disappear, reappear the other part of the room, but I don't think he can fight.
He can still yes.
Yeah.
I'm over here now.
I'm hither and gone. I'm here at yard.
Now I'm at
Johnny
the
not on
brokerage.
spot.
I'm at the brokerage. Now I'm at Levittown.
So wait, are you still in Hicksville?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You're not the only one with vague answers. What just?
Wow.
Hey, what?
He just paid her off for earlier.
Yeah, I see that.
I can't believe you're giving me back $1.
Well, you gave it to me to use as a prop.
I thought you might need it. Like, you're homely.
Wow, what a fucking
You're homely.
homely.
Wow.
What a fucking cunt. What the fuck is this shit?
I'm a cunt. Have you looked in the mirror?
Whoa!
Wow, so we're editing her part out because we don't
What
do
is
horror,
happening
we do
here?
comedy. Wow.
You're like 5'2", dude.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know what's going on.
I feel like you're
cares?
vertically
Let's watch.
challenged.
Can somebody put a hat on this coat rack and shut it the fuck up? What the fuck? You look like a dirty Q-tip walking down the
If
street.
I get up, I'm literally just
If
gonna
you
step
get up,
on
you're gonna
you.
hit your set of held in the ceiling, and then you'll make sense. Listen, don't start with me. I gave you $1 back, and then she goes, "Oh, thanks for the $1 back, you ugly bastard." What
I would never call you a bastard.
That was Scott sending the. There he is. What's up, man?
Hey, how are you?
Whispering.
Yeah, come on in.
That's why I
Say a dirty word.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, please.
Say a dirty word real quick.
Thanks, Scott.
Cocky. Yeah.
There you go. Whoa.
Oh, look.
He just dropped his penis.
He just got circumcised.
We got to go find those.
Well,
drag
here's
queens.
the thing. I was
Drag
thinking
queens.
about the drag queens.
Were you now?
I was like, how do they know how to get from the patio back here? Like, is there
We
a
might
way?
need someone to bring them back.
I think they would ask somebody, wouldn't? But their show just started at 8:00.
Oh, okay, so they're busy.
But what was her name? London? Olivia London? Was that it? She was. I thought she was coming in before the show.
I felt like she wanted to.
Yeah.
Maybe we could go find her. Maybe one of us can go back there.
Sherry, do you want to go find them? Go find the drag queens and bring them back here. Road trip.
I'll rope them up.
Just go woo,
No.
and they'll all follow.
But they
you.
might be
Outside
disappointed to
and
see.
around to where we
to see
Outside
Sherry.
over here and go through the hallway.
No.
No.
Go outside.
You know,
to where we shot the
I'll
scene.
take her over. I'll take her. I'll take Sherry.
All right, very cool.
I think they'd be
Oh
disappointed
my!
to see a woman.
I don't have a permission slip.
All right, Sherry Poland and Tony Walker are going to bring the goods. Bring the goods. Have you ever gone and had to deal with a drag queen before?
Just a few minutes ago with this bitch. The fuck was that shit?
That was very hurtful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I tell my Beetlejuice story?
Yeah,
No.
come on in, have a seat.
No.
Oh, why? Sally doesn't
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Take that seat. It's empty forever. Go ahead.
I'm going to tell my Beetlejuice.
Yeah, move that shit. Throw it away.
All right, I'm back. Oh, how's this going? There.
Got it?
I went there. All right. I've been to Comic-Con a few times, right? Like back when I was young in like my 20s with my girlfriend got me into it at the time. And when you're in a relationship and you both go to Comic-Con, sometimes you do couple themes, right? So we went to Comic-Con dressed up as Beetlejuice and Lydia, obviously from the movie, yeah. And
Who was who?
I was Lydia. no, I was Beetlejuice. I have pictures of it. I can show it to you later.
Oh, it's okay.
Um,
I believe it.
and she tried to talk me into this. That sometimes it's a tradition that before you go to the con, you fuck in your costumes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's a tradition?
I'm dressed as Beetlejuice, fucking Lydia.
And if she gets excited and says your name,
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah,
to
say
be-
my name, just not 3 times. I'm the ghost with the most
Wow.
fame.
That was one of the things that's on my bucket list.
Dress up as Beetlejuice and
Fuck
fuck
as
a Lydia.
With you. No, I'm
Oh,
kidding. No, I mean that's funny.
I have a really weird like sex life. Like I meet strange women. All right, I'll tell you this story.
I can't imagine that.
No,
happening to
no,
you.
you wouldn't think.
Strange
This is
life,
a couple of years ago. I met this girl online, and she was trying to explain some of her like kinks and fetishes. Has any of you heard of like furry things?
Yeah, that's
All
when
right.
mascots or those big furry costumes.
Yeah, she's into
Oh,
that.
okay,
She
yeah.
was into that. She likes to dress up as a cat and getting fucked.
Wow.
Yeah. And like I'm like, you know what? You're very pretty, and I'll try it. You know. So she comes over and she goes into the bathroom to put on her furry outfit, right? And she comes out full cat outfit, right?
Wow.
Like ears. Like the eyes, like the little cat,
Really? She had the cat eyes
Yeah, she put.
both?
Like she's in there for a while. Whiskers, like a butt plug with a tail coming out of it.
Wow,
And,
damn.
And I'm like, hey, Sarah, and she's like, shh, call me Mittens.
Man, she was like meow meow meow.
Yeah.
Meow meow.
And like I'm worried that like because she's hot and like I'm worried that I'm gonna like start getting into this. Like she opened up Pandora's
Like,
litter
is this
box.
my new life now?
This is my
Pandora's litter box.
this is Pandora's litter box.
Yeah, there must be a moment where you're like, is this my world now? Am I
What
now
were you
entering
dressed as?
into this
What's up?
What
world?
were you dressed as when that?
I was just this.
Oh.
I was cat rescue.
You were the regular one. You were the regular one in this situation.
I was the one who gives out the rabies shots.
Were you dressed up as Paul Bond while you were fucking the cat?
Oh no.
Can I ask you a question? Do you wear bright colors at funerals? I mean, what do you...
Yeah. Sometimes I just go to funerals. I don't even know the person.
Right, and they just assume you belong there.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, how could we ever forget Mary?
No, what they're
Most
saying
people
is,
greet you with my condolences.
Yeah.
they're saying they're going.
I'm always
do you
in
see
mourning.
That guy too? Are you seeing that guy?
Yeah.
Honey, do you see that guy? Is that the Grim Reaper? Who?
You're hosting inside?
Yes.
So you
And
have to
the
know
headliners.
when you're...
The headliner's up there now.
so you got
I
a
have to
while.
light him at 40 minutes.
Okay, you got
Cool,
a while.
good.
You got a while.
Yeah,
How
I
you
got.
getting along with him?
Oh, he's cool, man.
Yeah? He said he could kick your ass. No, he didn't say that.
He probably can, man. I don't like to fight.
No.
I've actually never gotten into a fight.
I said
Really?
that. I said
Never, ever gotten
Wow.
into a fight. It came close one time, like some guy was like violating my personal space. I told him, like, dude, if you don't stop, I'm gonna fucking stab you. They kept doing it. I had to whip out the knife. I didn't want to use it, but like, I'll fucking use this if I have to.
What's your favorite band? Music you listen to? Gigi
I go through
Allen?
phases.
You like Gigi Allen?
No,
You know who Gigi Allen is, though, right?
no, I don't
No.
even know.
Gigi Allen's like one of the most
Punk.
brutal punk rock.
He ate his
No, I'm more of a. I like Ozzy, Metallica, AC/DC,
I thought
Rob
he was gonna say
Zombie.
Bing Crosby, Pat
Bing-
Boone.
I could see
I like
Rob
Bing
Zombie.
Crosby.
You do?
Yeah,
I'm a
like,
big
I like his
fan.
Christmas songs.
Oh, well.
Bum. But I could see Rob Zombie and all
Yeah.
those bands and
Hey,
Marilyn
Ozzy's
Manson.
my favorite song is I think it's from his latest album, Ozzy's latest album, Under the Graveyard. It's from the album Ordinary Man, and that's a very good song if you haven't heard of it yet.
I haven't. I got to listen to some new Ozzy. But I know Rob Zombie used to direct a lot of Ozzy videos,
Yes.
so it ties the two together. Yeah.
Yes. They did a couple of crossovers, like Ironhead. That was a song that they both did. They did a cover of Hellraiser together.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. That wasn't Hellraiser. That was Motorhead with Ozzy.
Everybody
Hellraiser.
calm down. He got all excited correcting himself.
I know, man. No, listen, some metalheads, though.
Whatever's possessing you will
Yeah.
leap out any minute and strangle us both.
Yeah, man. You get into Slipknot and all those bands too.
No.
The new metal.
No.
time?
Probably the most modern, besides my sister. My sister's in the band. Well, she used to be in the band. She's a music teacher. Then they had a band. Very talented musician. She teaches every instrument, like everything.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. They had a band called Better Off Inc. And they released an EP album back in, I think, 2015. And when I produce like a private show at like a bar, I always play her music.
Better Off Inc.
Better Off Inc. Yeah.
Were they signed?
No, it was just
That's
independent.
cool. People could find it right now on YouTube if they went on.
They can go on YouTube. Yeah, I think they can get on. I know it's on YouTube, but I don't know where else it is.
Right. Metal music.
Yeah, it's contemporary rock.
Oh,
but
cool.
she's the vocals, she's the guitarist. There was a drummer and a bassist, but she started doing her own stuff, and she was. Oh, hi! Did I take your seat? No, it's fine. All right. Now, like, she released a few songs, and she did all the instruments and the vocals.
Wow.
Did
Yeah.
multi-tracks.
Yes.
Yeah. It's good to be a music teacher.
I mean, someone in the family had to have talent.
well, I'm sure they're all supportive of what you're doing.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, my family. I was talking about it on stage just before. I say in my act that my mom's never seen me perform, but she's seen me 3 times. In the course of 9 years, my mom has seen me twice when I was starting out, and then she came to my 30th birthday roast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But she hasn't seen me since I have adopted this persona of like being gothic,
Right.
So she follows me on Instagram, and she's like, "What are all these pictures of you hanging out at bars with guys wearing eyeliner?" and this is in January during Pride Month, by the way. So I'm like, "All right, Mom, I'm goth." And she's like, "Oh, sweetie, it's pronounced gay."
Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine she didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm goth. He's like, no.
I had to explain to her like what goth is, and she's like, "Well, why didn't you ever tell me you were goth?" I'm like, "Because I wasn't ready to come out of the casket."
Very good. Now, was a gradual progression for you to come up with this whole?
Well,
look?
in my first group of true friends was in high school, and I listen, like you're Columbine
group of
joke,
true friends.
Columbine.
This is a confession.
I'll be,
Therapy session.
Yeah, on a very special episode of Govs Radio. My first group of true friends was like the alternative goth scene. and they dressed like that, but I wasn't into. But then I started wearing all black. I never did like the makeup during school. I only this like the eyeliner has only probably been like 3 years.
Right.
Yeah. But I always had this. I started wearing the bandana. I always wore like a backwards black hat.
Right.
But I have a freakishly huge head, and hat shopping's a pain in the ass. So I just started wearing bandanas, and because they just fit me.
Do you
better.
wear this in the summer too? Obviously, you do.
Well, not like
Right.
I'll wear all black, but I'll put this outfit on specifically for performing.
Yeah.
But I still wear all black.
Did you used to perform at the Bean?
Which Bean?
Belmore Bean?
Yes, I used to go there.
Oh,
a lot.
with Les?
Do they still
Yes.
do stuff there now that it's the Soul Brew?
No, I don't think so.
No, yeah. I don't believe so.
I'm right there right now. That's right. Right now.
So Shari and I took a walk.
Oh, yeah, how'd it go?
How'd that go?
Oh my god, it was a great walk.
I thought I would never
now
see you
know
again.
How to go around.
That's true.
She learned her way around.
So we walked. We went to the backstage area of the patio where the
The drags
drag
were.
queen show was going on, and
They thought I was part of the show, actually.
but it's weird walking back there because
Like when I wear makeup, people call the police, but when they do it, they get an audience. I don't want to
Call
stand it.
encore.
Yeah.
well, it's weird. Shari immediately she just yells, "I love you guys!" And
I
I'm
do.
just, oh no, that's great. But for me, there was a guy standing there putting on pantyhose. No pants.
That's not easy.
Putting on pantyhose. I was like, oh, this is
It's the most
different.
difficult thing to do.
You're out ripping them with your
Yeah.
man toenails?
Yeah, it's really difficult.
You know, Tony, he actually turned around when he was. I think he was like adjusting.
Right, so I could see his ass. Right.
Oh, I you know,
My
I
God.
wasn't looking.
Pulling the penis.
You, what?
I said I wasn't looking. I just know he turned around. I just love it. A lot of them had their makeup, like they had their
Yes.
makeup on.
Oh no, they were great. I'm just being
Amazing.
stupid.
Yeah.
They were a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. They loved.
Yes.
They loved you. Shari was. You were totally in your element. They
Totally.
yeah.
I was so excited.
Olivia London
I knew
again.
that's why I was sending you there. I figured
Yes.
you'd just.
Oh
like-
yeah, I like walked right in. I was like, let me see the makeup. Yeah.
I figured you were the one. So do they know how to get back here? Because it is complicated.
I just
from
told.
the
I told them
patio.
to go through the kitchen and then somebody will point the way.
That's not helpful.
That's not.
That was what was I going to do? Tell them to go out the gate and then come walk around the parking lot in their drag gear?
Yeah.
No, I should just go through the kitchen and somebody will point.
The guy's going to be
point it
cooking. What the Hey, sweetie.
This
Which
is
way?
not my job description.
Which way? The radio station, baby.
Nice
But the-
mozzarella sticks.
They were all into it. When some of the other ones heard about it, they were into it. They were looking forward to coming in.
All right, good.
Olivia London again was all excited. And,
Olivia London. Everybody check her out on, I'm sure she's on YouTube and stuff.
and our old friend Kristen Tinsley is actually hosting it.
Oh, very
She's
good.
here?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go say hi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good old Kristen
she's there.
Tinsley. She rocks. And
I didn't see her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say hi to her and get a cigarette
there you go.
at the same time. I will be back.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
Wait, I can go throughout this door, right?
Yeah, just don't close it
Yeah.
all the way, otherwise it'll
will
lock.
lock.
So, yeah.
Very nice, very nice. So we have that to look forward to. We got
Yeah.
some drag queens coming through later. Going to give us all massages and belly rubs, and we'll see how that goes.
So I asked. So some of them sing, some of them just do stand up, and
Flips. I think someone said they do
someone
flips.
said flips, but then that one that was sitting there to our
Yes.
left. Suppose I don't think they were putting me on. So I even asked them. I said, "Are you joking with me?" Supposedly they do some kind of fire swallowing thing.
Wow,
Yes.
Insert your jokes there as I went swallowing.
I'm a thought swallower.
What kind of sword, Steve?
So I actually, it actually looks like it would be a fun show to watch.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I would love it. I love everybody, and I think that they're super talented, and I can't wait to meet them.
I love everybody.
Does
I
the
love
how many
everybody.
people are seated for the patio? How many?
I didn't even look out.
No, how many does it?
Oh, normally it's around 60 or 70.
60 or 70. Does the small room have an instrument like a piano in the room or anything?
No.
No. Oh. So I was gonna say they probably should have done it in there. That looks like a cabaret room.
It does. Yeah.
It does,
Yeah.
right?
They normally did have it in there in the past, but I guess now they could rock 3 stages at once. We got the drag queens, open mic, and then Mike Cannon.
I think the patio actually, personally, I think the stage is actually bigger on the patio.
the stage itself, yeah.
Yeah, the stage itself, yeah.
Has anyone ever been in the bathroom in the little room? It's the greatest bathroom on the face of the earth.
It's like hidden. It's like a hidden gem.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Come for the comedy, stay for the toilet.
It's very unexpected. You walk in, you're like, wow, I've never had a bathroom.
We
this
should do the
nice.
show from in there then.
Yeah,
Live from Governor's bathroom.
yeah.
I'm flashed.
Framder says the Black Cat.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know why he's
another
saying
club? Is that another comedy club?
I don't know.
Or
That's
is he-
racist.
Maybe
That's racist.
maybe he's talking about Perillo.
Maybe it's
maybe.
a new nickname for Perillo?
Black cat? Oh, because he was talking about the girl was a cat. Maybe.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Black Cat. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, the girl with the
You
cat.
don't
Perillo,
want
I
to.
don't
Yeah,
wanna know.
don't.
He was
You
Yeah.
weren't here. He
Furry.
was talking
Perillo
about.
has a pretty kinky sex life.
Yeah, that's just with his boots. That's just before he even gets up from his boots.
Wow. So the Long Island so that's why I asked you about Friday. The Long Island Laugh Off is going on here at Governor's, and this coming Friday, September 3rd, are the finals.
Wow, right here?
Right here in the big room, the big club. The same night in the little room, Mike Keegan and friends with Carla Okerson and Tim Saliani and Jeff Bosey and Rich Rader.
Wow, big night.
So there's a lot going on here that night. That's why I asked if you were available. We could do
Which night is that?
That's this coming Friday, week from yesterday. And of course, we're pulling for Tom Galati.
Tom Galati, our own Govs Radio alumni.
Yep.
There can only be one.
But I
How
do.
many people are on? How many
There's
people do
20
they have?
finalists.
Wow.
That's a lot of comedy in one
Jeez,
night.
that's
It's
a
all
lot.
in one night.
I seriously
Yeah.
expected you to say 11 or something.
No, it's 20.
Why did they they couldn't dwindle it down a little more?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
They couldn't cut it down a little more?
I think it's always 20, isn't it?
Damn, that's
I don't
a
know.
lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, this should
Well, if they do 5 minutes each, I mean, it's really not.
Yeah.
It's just a lot for
That's
the
long.
audience.
7, right?
It's too
they
long.
do-
25 minutes is 5 sets. 20 sets of 5 minutes is long.
But if you go on
Yeah.
first,
That's
then you're
Hour
going to
and
be
a half.
No one
completely
remembers
forgotten.
you.
Completely forgotten by 20. By the time you
Right.
get to
Well,
the
and plus the fact, I'm thinking about it now. They always throw in
Yeah.
ringers.
some real names.
Yeah.
well. That's what makes.
And they always,
know what I mean.
They always take 10, 15 minutes. It's hard for them to shorten their
yeah.
stuff
So it is a
because they're
long
so
night,
used to
yeah.
doing, half an hour, 45 minutes.
That's a lot for the audience, man. But hey,
Yeah.
it's all worth it. And
It
Tom
is.
Galati, and he's going to rock the stage. I can't wait.
I wonder how you even decide who goes up first and last because
It's
got
got
to
to
be
be
this.
like a mix, like a lotto balls.
I bet
type
you they
of-
don't. I bet you they.
They probably
Just
go by
tell
who
them.
brings the most people in.
Yeah.
We should ask him. Isn't Nicolia doing
Nicolia is walking around here, and
Yeah, if we see him, we'll pull him in.
he did say, and he said he was going to maybe try and get some of the contestants on our show in here during the week.
Yeah, because I like to see with him how they pick the order.
Oh, should I go find him now?
Yeah, because it does matter, doesn't it? Yeah, it matters. The order is huge because, like we said, if you go on first on a comedy show and there's 20 comedians, plus there's going to be some ringers in along the way, by the time you get to the end of the night, you're going to completely forget about that first guy.
Yeah.
He's hosting the open mic for Steve, isn't he? In the little room?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
believe
Yeah,
so.
he might be.
Yeah, and they must have to go by just rules, disqualify people. It can only be 5 minutes. They win 5 minutes and 6 seconds. Okay, you're out. I mean, you have to disqualify 20 of them or
Yeah.
15 of them that way because
Yeah. But yeah,
it's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. It's worth it though. It's 20 great comedians. It says a lot about the Long Island comedy scene that the finals has 20 comedians.
Right.
That means there's 20 people that went through 2 or 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, I wonder how many people started out.
Yeah, so that's
Because I know they weren't just getting rid of 1 or 2 people each night. They were getting rid of half of the people on stage each
Yeah.
time. So that had to be a lot of people.
There was and that's a good thing for Long Island the comedy scene is that there's so many comedians out there. But I would have liked to have seen Andy Plagenos make it further.
Yeah, me too.
At least to the second round.
Andy was funny.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
He had that great comeback.
And you wouldn't think that he would be because when you hear about his show, you're like, he's a vampire, and you think to yourself, oh boy. But when you see it, when he's right in front of you, you're like, oh yeah, this totally works.
What's
It's
good
really
about
very funny.
a guy like him
Mustache.
is he stands above
Yeah.
the dime a dozen. So you get a dime a dozen. Oh, hey everybody, my wife is this and this and that and blah blah blah. And hey, you got everybody go to the whatever. Then you get this guy, hey, I'm coming to suck your blood, and all that stuff. It's a different thing, and it stands out. It's more memorable. And I
Yeah,
think
it stands out.
His material and confidence on stage has grown since I've met him.
Yeah.
He's just, I think he's got what it takes to push further and break the bubble, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I think he's got a lot of potential. So
Yeah, I
Andy Plajanos, check
completely
him out.
agree.
Yeah, if you get a chance. I would have loved to seen him go further because I want to see him in front of bigger crowds.
Yeah.
Because any comedian will tell you bigger crowds are quote unquote easier
Yes.
Really?
to
Yes.
conquer. Yeah.
It's harder to make 5 people laugh than 500 people laugh.
Yeah, but you're not relaxed more with just the 5 people because who
No,
cares?
because 500, you have the probability is bigger. If you're not making if you only have 5 and you can't make those 5 laugh, you're stuck. But if you have 50 people, there's going to be people laughing over there, and they'll all join.
And laughter's
Alright.
contagious
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
And also, you're permitted to. If it's only 5 people, you might not laugh as hard because you don't want to make
Yeah.
yourself known. But if you're amongst 500, everybody's laughing together. It's contagious. And you gotta remember, people go to comedy clubs because they want to laugh. They want you to be funny.
Some people don't.
Not nowadays with the Twitter. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm so offended.
Yeah, it's funny because like I see, comedians in here a lot in this room, and one of the things that you hear them say is, when you're like when you're a comedian and you do this all the time, and then you go see someone else, you're just listening to them from the perspective of you want to see what their set is, you want to like, oh, that was a good one, you're thinking because it's your job. And so you're just more introspective when you're watching someone on stage.
Right.
So when the comic is on stage and they look out in the audience and they see comedians, they're like, they're so upset because all they're going to see is this face like, no one's like laughing because they're working at the same time.
If you can make a comedian laugh, though, then you're
Yeah.
on the road to something
Yeah.
good. But yeah, no, it's tough because, like you said, comedians are critiquing you differently. They're not
Not in a bad way.
No,
I mean, maybe they're just...
They're not looking at the face value. They're looking at underneath. They're looking at...
Yeah, they're like, oh, look how he did that one. Maybe I could do that one that way, or,
Or, I can't believe he did it that way. He should have did it this way.
What a poser.
Who did Tony go get?
Mike Nicolia, who's running this contest we're talking about.
Oh, running this contest.
Yeah, so there's a big contest going on, the Long Island Laugh-Off. It's been going on for a couple of months now. A lot of comedians have been in this.
Entered it, yeah.
Have you been in it? Were you in it?
No, I opted not to.
Yeah, so many comedians have been in it, and it is a testament to the comedy scene
Yeah.
that there's this many funny people. And now it's getting whittled down to the final 20. So we're going to see what
And
happens.
what do they get when they win?
I don't know. I guess that's another
Popcorn.
Nicole.
A trip on the Long Island Railroad.
Yeah. Hey, you get a round trip on the LIRR to Manhattan and back.
Neapolitan ice cream
Yeah.
with the 3 flavors.
How'd it go, Tone?
I have a complaint.
Uh-oh.
So Nicolia is hosting because Perillo is hosting in the big room,
Right.
so Nicolia can't come in. But my complaint,
Hold on.
holding,
Okay, go.
my complaint, sitting in there,
Sitting where? Little room?
yeah, for the open mic, is Joe Curry. This is the 3rd time I've seen Joe Curry in there. The other 2 times I said, Joe, when you have a chance, come in and hang out, and he doesn't come in.
He was on the show with us.
Yeah, he was
The
one,
judge,
one
yeah.
of our judges. Where is
Oh,
he?
that's right.
Where's he now?
He's still in there.
Is he on stage yet?
I don't know. I didn't talk to him.
He might
was,
be the surprise headliner for an open mic. Right? He's not performing an open mic. He's probably the headliner.
No, I think he actually works on material. Every time I've seen him, he's sitting there with a notebook, and he's
He could be working on some new
he's
stuff?
yeah, I think that's what he does.
He's been performing a lot with the Compound guys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so he's always out there. Don Jameson and
yep.
Anthony
himself, yeah.
Yeah. Cumia.
So yeah, and I the other 2 times I saw him, I texted him. I said, Joe, we'll usually wave or something. And I'll write, Joe, why don't you come on in? And he doesn't come in.
Well, he's coming in today.
Well,
Go
maybe
get
if he
him,
sees
John.
you, because I think there's a problem with me. I think.
I dropped his name the other day. I don't know, the other day, a couple months ago, middle of summer, I was at Jones Beach, and I'm at a restaurant in there on Jones Beach. Overpriced, by the way. Holy shit.
What, Gatsby's?
Maybe. Yeah, I forget the name
McDonald's?
of it. But it was... No, on the beach, it was nice, but, man, overpriced. The Big Mac, holy shit, $3 for
mayonnaise. I like
No, but the performer was Anthony Cumia's brother, Joseph Cumia.
Yeah.
So he's playing these songs, and I'm Facebook friends with this guy for years, but I never met him in person. So he's asking, anybody got a request? So I throw out a request, and he starts playing it. So later
What'd you
on,
request?
I have Nirvana, a Nirvana song, and
Because you like the naked baby. Did you hear that
Naked
story?
baby
Yeah.
suing
Did
everybody
you hear that
now.
whole story?
that guy's such a hypocrite. First of all,
That's
because
what Tony was
Absolutely
saying.
every year he takes a picture of himself in the
Right.
pool.
Yep, yes, he does.
Here I am at 20. I'm 20
No, I
years old.
think he's just really dumb. I think he finally was sitting down. He grabbed the old album, and smiling at it. He goes, "That's my dick."
Maybe he like drowned a little bit when he was a baby.
I just think he's down on his luck, and
That's
was like,
exactly
you know
what we said.
I could make some
Anyway,
money here.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead with your story. Sorry.
Oh no, so I was just saying. So I went to Joe Cumia afterwards, and
We're Facebook friends.
and I said, "Hey man,"
LOL.
no, I said, "Hey man, I love you, dude." No, I said,
Well, you do love everybody.
He said, "Heart, heart, heart."
I said, "Do you remember me from Facebook, bro? I liked all your shit." No, I went up to him. I'm like, "Hey man, I'm Joe Curry, man. We got a mutual friend, Joe Curry." He lit up. He's like, "No shit, you know Joe, man. I go back in my childhood days with that guy, man." I go, "Yeah." He's like, "What song you want to play now?" So I said,
We built this.
Pearl Jam.
Okay.
And then he played that anyway. He
Right.
just said, "We built this city." I was like,
He played what he wanted anyway.
"Yeah." I said, "I want Pearl Jam." He's like, "We built this city."
Round and round the mulberry bush.
And then some Rick Astley and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
No, but that was cool. So that's my.
Is that how you
Sorry.
meet women too? I know Joe Curry.
I know you on Facebook and Joe Curry.
I said I know Joe Furry.
LOL, BRB.
I said I know Joe Furry, and then Rocco's girlfriend shows up in a cat outfit. He said the tail was a butt plug.
Is that what he said?
He did.
Wow, I
He did.
really
That
missed
kind
something, huh?
The whole story was so bizarre that we didn't react to it.
No, that just was
When he
weird.
was
Yeah.
like, we were like, "Oh, yeah, butt plug."
Of
Continue.
course,
Yeah.
the tail's a
A
butt
tail
plug.
butt plug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the only time he was dressed regular. The other person was crazy. Right?
Did they give it ETA on the drag queens?
They're not going to find their way here. It's too complicated.
So
Oh, she said drag queens are stupid.
Wow.
No, it's really
I don't know how to go
complicated.
anywhere.
Messed
I wear
up.
makeup.
next thing you know, she's gonna say they can't vote.
They're not allowed to vote, right?
They're allowed to vote.
They get two. They get two votes.
Dame Edna would win every year.
They get two votes.
I
Yeah.
used to love Dame Edna.
You like
Edna.
Dame?
I used to love her show.
They get one vote in their male persona, and another one is their female persona.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good
true.
idea.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, they goes vote against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just this
Imagine
neutral
being
vote.
half a drag queen, like half
Yeah.
your face.
It
and
ends
you
up-
just drive in the car arguing to yourself. You're going the wrong way. X for directions.
I don't ask for directions.
You hold out sexually on yourself.
I have a headache.
No, you don't.
Don't hit me.
I don't have to take.
I don't have to take this.
Yeah, the girl side hand grabs the man side penis.
But me too, by me.
These are like fantasies of yours coming
I
out
know.
again. It's right,
fantasies.
Sally? I feel like
They're all getting squirmy in their seats over there.
Oh, speaking of squirmy, when I went in there and saw Joe Curry, right in front of me was Johnny Lambros.
Oh,
All
really?
right, great.
Yeah, just so I let you know that. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, I get big smiles, and he's shaking my hand. On
Big mitt.
He's a wrestler, right? That dude, Johnny Lambros.
I think he has some kind of wrestling in his past. Yeah,
that'd
I
be
think
cool.
so.
Johnny Lambros, another local comedian. Was he in the contest?
No.
He wasn't. He wasn't in the
No.
very
In the
very
first
beginning. Yeah, I thought he was.
Was
I
he?
don't know.
I
I,
thought he
feel
was
like
in
a
the first
lot of these guys, these local up and comers, were all in this contest, which is very cool. Like I was saying, were you here when I was saying about the testament to the Long Island comedy scene that there's so many comedians turned out for that contest?
No, I was
that's
not
awesome.
here for that.
That's awesome, man. Because it's down to 20. 20 is huge. Normally, you start the contest at 20.
Right.
Oh, really?
Well, just the night we went to support Plagianos, I mean, there had to be what 10, at least 10 on that night, right?
Maybe
Oh,
more.
easy.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah,
more
that
than
That was a
that.
lot.
I think 10 were sent home.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was about to say, speaking of being sent home, that's another reason I want Nicole in here, because Plajanos should have made it.
I know, we said that too. We're talking about Plajanos,
Yep.
how he should have made it, and that I think his act is a standout act, and he's just.
Are you gonna bring your game show back?
Yeah, we're working it out with Benny and stuff, and we're trying to see if we're going to bring it back. We already have some people that want to be contestants. We also got some people that want to be judges.
I was the greatest judge.
You were a solid judge.
You were actually an excellent judge
Yeah.
because I got to people watch a lot of people.
I have to say, I
thought
love that show.
I thought you were great.
I love that show.
Yeah, and I think the show was a lot of fun. And we found a lot of great talent, and that's the kind of show where
You found a lot of people.
we found a lot of people.
Okay.
It's the kind of show you don't have to win to win, though. Like,
Right.
because you're getting noticed.
It's like a little league baseball. You can be out of
Yeah.
shape and still play.
Right. And
Everybody's a winner.
Everybody gets a
we
trophy.
still have to get the prize, though,
We do.
to
we do.
deliver to Mandy Jones, our first season
Not today
winner.
though. We're not calling her today.
No,
She's in a bad mood
she's
today.
mad.
We
You know
hope
what it
she's
is?
okay.
She's allergic to mozzarella cheese.
Are you sure that's mozzarella cheese?
Well,
I don't know if that's what that is.
that's what it ends up as.
That's what somebody claims it is.
Yeah.
The pizza's a little extra sticky.
She grabbed him by his garlic knots. And
Just like my floor is a little sticky. God bless you.
the number one R-rated health code violation. Oh, no. No, that's the wrong
I
one.
wonder what his health score is over there.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
we-
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've eaten
Yeah,
there.
we know.
Actually, the pizza was good.
What?
I ate there.
Yeah, we've actually seen it. I didn't Keegan post it on Facebook.
Somebody did post
Actual reports.
some Department of Health violations.
Yeah?
I don't know how somebody got a hold of that, but I don't.
He probably posted online.
God bless these wonderful people that came in to check out my place.
When I am 4'2",
He posted it upside down, though, so it looked like a 90. But he turned it around.
These are my health code
I got a
violations
90.
with a Z.
I got a 90, a capital Z.
Oh, damn. But yeah, I mean,
He didn't have to turn it upside down. He can't read. Sorry.
but we do want to bring Pazuzu back, and we already have our first matchup was going to be Jeff Bosey has challenged Rich Rado, or Rich Rado challenged Jeff Bosey, whichever way those two guys want to go at it. So we're opening it up, too. So for other comedians out there who are watching, if you want to challenge somebody to be on our game show, you can. And we always have great judges like Charles Goonan. And Sallie's been a judge in a lot of these things. Tony was a judge.
Me and Sally went the most controversial episode.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Most controversial.
I had the distinct honor of judging on the first two episodes.
Yeah, the very first two.
Yep.
Ever. And we were trying that whole thing was like
That was
a
BC
set.
before Charles?
Yes, BC. Oh, I want to challenge you.
All right.
Can we
let's
do that?
I guess. I mean,
That'd
I'm
be
not
fun.
the host, but yeah, we could try something like
I'd
that.
be
meaning
rooting
like
for you the whole time.
enhanced-
What's that?
Sounds like I'm
combat?
working.
You can
Hand
kick
to
the shit out
hand.
of
Well, yeah,
Darcy?
Shari's going to train us, and then we're going to
Yeah.
box.
Sherry's gotta be on the show.
We're not telling jokes. We're just going to box.
Yeah, we got, and that'd be fantastic. And we could just do the wheel of jokes and just see what we end up with.
Are you thinking of new challenges?
We are. We're gonna. I'm been thinking of a few new ones. There's still the rough draft. I haven't really put my mind on it, but I know I definitely want to come up with a few new ones. I actually have some drafts written that I've forgotten. Like, when you're in the shower, you're like, oh, great idea.
Right.
So I have those kind of ideas, but I haven't looked at my notebook in a while on it. I know we got comedians like Joey Callahan want to be a judge.
Nice.
Christy Miller coming to be a judge.
Oh, that'd be great.
So these would be great judges.
We've even toyed with the idea of doing it live in front of an audience.
That's what
That's
I wanted
cool.
to do.
If we do
That's
that,
at least the
yes,
finale got to be that because you know what it is.
Right in the little room.
A lot of it depends on the audience.
Oh, sure.
You know, a lot
There's a
of that-
completely different
'cause
energy
A
with an
lot of
audience.
the people who were in the show only know monology from doing stand up in a club in front of an audience.
You can use big
A-
words like that with people like Jericho, not people from
lot of
Mitchell and Brentwood.
a lot of the challenges were like foreign to them as stand-ups. You know,
Right,
like
right.
do it here in a room when and then you get that flop sweat if you don't get that reaction.
Right.
Because like you said, 3 people is harder to make laugh than
Right,
30
yeah.
people, and I'm very tough.
You're good though. You had a lot of really good insight, and you are a student of comedy, and know your stuff. And I remember one of the good advice you gave to somebody was
Quit.
listen.
Sometimes they need to hear
Fix
that.
your pivot tooth.
Oh, no. When
I
you
say
mentioned
that?
about delivery, and you're like, listen, if you on paper, Eddie Murphy, his
It's
ice
not
cream
funny,
bit, his
right.
ice cream bit's not funny. It's
Right.
how he delivers it. Ice cream, ice cream.
I got the ice cream.
Well,
I
you
got
know
the
what you
ice
have?
If that's on paper, just ice cream, mom, throw down some money. The ice cream man is coming. It's not funny.
Yeah,
but if you
right.
but you deliver it.
He's just taking what I said and
I
saying
know,
it again.
Well, he said you said it.
No.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that came on the show, I think, are a little bit far away from being perfect stand-ups, but they already have characters they could be. You
Yeah,
know,
there was a
like
lot
a
of
guy
that.
like Bosey, who I voted for in the controversial episode.
I voted for him too. I
Right.
think
Everybody
that's what it
voted
was.
for
It was the
him.
call-in. That's what
Everybody
I remember
That's
now.
what
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Right.
the
Yeah.
the-
Now he's
hey,
a
social
character.
media is real, folks.
He's a character. But it was really his character that made me laugh. I don't even know. I talk about this joke all the time of his, and I don't know the punchline.
I don't think there is one.
But it's the setup when he goes, I took my kids to the zoo. And he sounded so disappointed that it was a good set. I was like, you have something there better than the punchline.
He
Right.
does. He has a great character, and I
Yeah.
always tell him this too because sometimes he gets upset.
He
when
makes
people,
Eeyore
when people
feel bad for
imitate
him.
him, and they imitate. I am Jeff Bosey. How is everyone doing? He doesn't like
And
that.
he
right?
should use
But I
the-
said that's your gold, bro.
Right.
If they're
absolutely
imitating you,
right.
that means they remembered you.
That's right.
Right.
Yep.
He shouldn't understand. And the way he has like a remedial understanding of English. Like and he
Yeah,
wants to
right?
use big words. Like he was like, oh, in the whole world with all the tyranny. I said, do you mean tyranny? What the hell is tyranny?
The best. You were here when he had his he was
Yeah.
doing his show here with Rada. He says the weekend instead of the weekend. He says the weekend.
We gotta have the weekend coming up.
It was so funny when Sallie and Rich discovered that's what he said.
We let
It
it
was
go
so
the
funny.
first time he said it, and then the second time he said it, me and Rada just kind of like made eye contact.
Like you didn't know what it
like-
meant at first.
Right.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, now we're going for this.
It's like my grandfather. He had a very thick old Brooklyn accent. I remember he was talking to somebody about a baseball game where this player hurt his thigh, and he was on the phone. He goes, the guy hurt his tie. And he's like, what? His tie. And the guy's like, what tie? What tie was he wearing? He goes, no, the tie, the thing between your ass and your leg. That was the thing between your ass and your leg.
That's great.
That was my grandpa.
That's how I'm always gonna reference my thigh now. You know, between my ass and my leg.
Yeah.
I would say what the taint. That's what
My
I'd be
mom
saying.
used to call a towel, and used to bother the hell out of
Yeah.
me. Get a towel. I said, who is that? Some Russian kid who lives in the neighborhood? Who is that? Yeah.
So Elizabeth says she'll be in the audience if we did it in front of an audience. So
Ah, cool.
I'd love to be in the audience for that. Says Fremder. I wonder if Fremder
Yeah.
should Fremder be a contestant?
Friender sounds
Friender
like a
should-
site where you meet people.
I would like to see Fremder go against Sherry Poland on the show.
Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah.
I think Fremder would be a great contestant.
I think so too. I think he's a great joke
Because
writer.
and you know what, like I mean, I give him a hard time, but he really tries hard. Like I think he would really take it seriously.
Well, he's cranking out one-line jokes.
He's
Yeah.
cranking
during
out
the
every time
show.
he watches
Yeah.
our show.
in real time. So
Oh,
he's
yeah.
writing. He's writing.
I was talking
Yeah.
about something else.
Yeah, it's easy
These
for
aren't
me.
jokes he had already prepared. He's
True.
He's taking what you guys are saying and writing jokes.
Yeah.
There's something to that, whether or not you
No, you're
guys
absolutely
think
right.
they're corny or not.
Right.
Yeah, it's the easiest
put-
thing in the world for me to sit here and like say whether it's funny or not.
And I will
He's
say,
the one doing all the work.
Lately, he's been funnier.
Yeah, and he's doing it in real
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that.
No,
That's a good
I
point.
think he'd be great at it.
I think that he would be really good because the whole show, I don't know, Andrew, if you ever watched the show, but check it out on YouTube and all that. But the show is all about joke writing. And it's really not a competition where the comedians literally are. Yes, there's two comedians, and yes, there's one winner and all
Sexy
that.
judge.
But you're going against yourself because the judge isn't judging you against the other person. They're judging you against yourself, against your own merits. So you basically, it's up to you how good you do. So it's never really this one or that one. It's always, all right, your final score from the challenges is this, and then this person is that, and then that's how you get the outcome. But it's all joke writing at the core of every single challenge. So I think you'd be very good at it. I think, Sherry, this would be a great exercise for you. I think you should definitely
I
be on the
agree.
show.
Okay.
Is Andrew a comedian? I don't know.
No, Andrew Fremder is not a
He's a
comedian.
musician, right?
He's
But
a musician.
he's pretty
and
much the level of the the people that have just because they're just starting out. The people that go on Dunn Show, they're just trying to they're getting their feet wet. They're trying out. They've been on stage like a little bit, but nothing on a big stage. So I don't know that he would be that behind.
And he was sat in here with us once, and he was one of the strangest guests we've ever had.
Very, very strange. I'm just kidding.
I will
But
say this.
He's a great guitarist.
We got at Bosie's birthday, surprise birthday, a couple of days ago.
That's the surprise.
I was talking with Tim Saliani, and Pasusu came up, and Saliani said that if Rizzuti, the Gagoots, whenever Gagoots wasn't available to roast, that he would love to come in and roast people.
Oh,
Saliani's a good roaster.
Saliani would be great at that.
I love it's got to always be Gagoots, but I would love for Tim to maybe like tag team, and Tim comes in and all of a sudden, just because it's a different thing.
And what would
a
he
different
be?
level of roasting.
He would be Mount Gagoose, right?
We should dress Tim up as Gagoots also,
Right.
Yeah.
with the mustache. And
Yeah,
everything.
good luck with that.
Yeah.
He comes in, that'll be freaking great. I don't know what the fuck
That's one of those moments where we should close the door.
Just found a black head on the window.
Yeah. Andrew's friend just said he's in. Excellent. He would love to be
Cool.
involved in that. So very good. So Sherry, are you down for that?
Maybe I have to.
Well, we haven't set the dates yet.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. But I think it'd be terrific.
No, yeah. I kind of like go with the flow, so I feel like sure.
I think it'd be great.
Sherry, you're still fairly new, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying. Right when we saw you on the patio, that was
That was like the last show before they like shut everything down.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But wasn't was it there or was it
No, when you saw me, that was
We saw you on
June 30th, like 20
on the patio?
Yeah, 2020.
But
yeah.
was it that night or I remember being here another night, and I don't remember if it was the patio or the little room.
And I was walking down, like when I first met Don.
Well, no, I remember.
Yeah.
It was a show, and
What are
somebody
you getting at?
somebody introduced you and said you were brand new, and it was
Yeah,
one of your
I mean, I did a lot of shows in the little room.
So
Like a ton.
I think I was here for one of your first
Yeah.
shows at the little room.
So it's possible. I always did like either Mike Keegan and Friends or John
Okay.
Butera. So I was.
You have a great persona too, a great stage presence also, and I think if you start to develop that and work, all right. I think it's more about working it out. You just need that stage time. You need those road miles, man. And I think it'd be
Definitely.
great. But I think the show would be beneficial, and then we'll have Goonan and there's the judge.
I know. Now you have to be funny.
You two have really going at it tonight.
Yeah, they should put together an act.
Yeah, well, I think we've disbanded.
But yeah, so we definitely want to bring the show back. We're trying to figure out a date when. I'm talking with Benny Gagoots Rizzuti about it now. We're starting to plan
What
it
is
out.
Benny up to? He's alone in a bungalow with Nancy, doing fancy things.
He's dressed up like a cat.
He's dressed up as the Gagoots.
He's got the tail up his ass.
And he's dressed up as the Gagoots. I imagine chasing around the house as the Gagoots, and she's like, "Take that shit off!" Like, you can imagine that.
I bet you anything he's had sex in that Gagoots outfit.
Oh yeah. Oh, I smelled the hat. Did you ever smell the hat? Oh, that hat looked back at me when I saw that hat went like that. He's got to wash that hat. That's not just provolone in that hat.
Elizabeth says she misses the game show. Yeah, we do too.
Yeah,
I think your show has been more not the run of it has been mostly not game show, hasn't it?
Yeah, now. I've done
yeah.
more like Don and Benny versus the World episodes. I did more Donversations. I might have actually done more Donversations too, and then top fives. So yeah, I've been grinding.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the game show. I think the game show has the most legs. I think it's the funnest thing. So I just want to bring that back. I would love to bring it back live.
Chrissy would be a great roaster, says Elizabeth. You mean Christy, right? I think that's what she means. Fremder says, I always
Christy
come
would be
prepared, and by that I mean I always try to be safe.
He's wearing a condom.
Yep.
There you go.
He was wearing a condom when he came to pick up the dogs from you. Sallie watched Fremder's dogs for like 110 days or something. And when he came to pick the dogs up, I think he had the condom on. He was ready.
For what?
To bang the dog. He was crying when he picked the dog up. I think he was just
He
so
missed his
excited.
puppies.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow, I got
Well, it had been a
emotional.
while. Yeah, it had been an emotional ride for them. They, him and his wife had some some things going on with her family, and
Wow.
he's a good guy and was with her, every step of the way.
Very
and
good.
Yeah, he's
so
a
I
good guy.
took care of their puppies. So when they came to pick them up, it was an emotional thing.
Good. I get emotional too when I see my dogs. It's more like
Get the fuck out of here!
fucking hate you.
Just shut the.
Why do you hate your dogs?
Those are Wendy's dogs.
What
Oh,
kind of
there's more
dog-
than one?
What kind
Yeah,
of
there's
dogs
two
are
of
they?
them.
Oh, there's two.
They're like little, the tiny little, like.
Yeah.
Little
they,
dogs.
They sit in my office because I have a window, right? And they like to look, like they sit in the
They like you.
Sunlight.
yeah, and they just sit in the sunlight and they walk. But as soon, so it's very quiet. I work in quiet and I'm
And
just
not for
editing,
long.
and then Nelson's like this, like. And I'm, holy fuck! And I was like, they almost give me a heart attack. And
It's
I
a
go,
lot,
and
yeah.
I just want to take one of them because they're little. I'm
And
just
throw
like,
them.
Yeah.
across the room.
Yep.
Do you love
It's a little alarming
Do
sometimes.
you love when
yeah.
dogs have to have the last word? Like if a dog's barking, like I'm watching a dog now at this house that I'm staying in right now. I'm watching someone's dog, and so but he'll bark when there's nothing
Right.
at 5 a.m, and I know there's nothing. And then you tell him to shut up, and he always has to go. They always have to do that last
That is
thing.
true.
They always have to have the last
He's
word.
like, tell me to shut up.
Yeah.
You stupid human.
You shut up, man. You
So
man.
funny.
I crap outside.
Pick up my poo.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. The one time the dog attacked my feet in the middle of the night too.
What? What?
They sleep.
It wasn't your
they sleep-
feet, admit it.
No, that's Joey Cole.
Yeah, that's true. That's Joey's joke.
No,
Well, yeah, what is this? What?
dude, my feet, all of a sudden, he gave me an excuse to fling them.
Oh man.
And then when he got up, he's like, "Did you guys fling the dog?" I go, "He bit my freaking toes, man. I don't care about your toes."
Little dogs.
Look at Tony. He only has 5.
I don't think little dogs count.
Actually, that's a good idea. You should. I'll let you borrow one, so you put it on the bed. So when the dog goes to bite,
Oh
it'll
my
break
god,
his teeth.
it's so funny.
Oh, a decoy!
Got me again.
I hate when that happens.
That could be like a new National Geographic instead of the shark cams on Shark Week. It could be, Fake Toe Week.
That's weird though. Why did the dog just come out of nowhere and just start attacking your
Probably
toe?
moved. You
Politics?
can't move when you go to sleep.
Politics. Probably politics.
Probably he disagrees with me on my politics.
He don't like the politics.
He's
You're
like,
getting too close to Wendy.
Yeah, dogs can get jealous.
They certainly
Definitely
do.
can
well,
get jealous.
they do get jealous.
If you got a girl dog, the girl dog will be closer to you, like the guy.
Yeah,
and the other way
yeah.
around. If you
Yeah,
got
if
a
you,
guy.
the boy dogs just adore
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
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 they
yeah.
cannot get enough of me.
They do. They get
Yeah.
jealous.
Fremder's dog would do that.
Yeah. Yeah, Fremder's dog would stare at Tony get the fuck away from my
No, it
kids."
was worse than that.
kind of
It was
dog
worse
was
than
it?
that. Fremder's dog would jump on the bed and then kind of snuggle up to Sally's head.
Yeah.
As I'm on top and I'm trying to do my thing, and then there's this dog right next to her looking at me.
So you're gazing at the dog's
Yeah.
eyes.
I know. And then instantly, wah, wah, wah. I'm like, all right,
He's
we're
got
done.
eye contact with the dog.
What kind of dog is it?
I don't know. It was it looked like a little cloud. It was all
Like a
curly and
Bichon.
fluffy.
Oh
and-
yeah, I don't like. Too
Yeah, it
little.
did. It looked like a sweet little cloud.
Fremder,
Yeah.
are you aware of this? Your dogs have now been compromised.
Fremder, your dogs are cock blockers.
He did. The dog could not get closer
Yeah.
to my face.
And would stare at me the whole time. Get the hell out of here, man.
He's looking at you. What's he doing? What's he gonna do? I want to see
It
if he
was so
makes a
funny.
move.
Yeah, and
Rally around.
Tony would look
That's
at
my
me,
dog,
and
I
it would
bet.
actually just put its paw on my shoulder.
That has happened. Honest to God, that is the
It
truth.
did.
Yes.
It would be like he would look at Tony, and then he'd go. And that's so
He's rubbing
funny.
it.
Yeah.
He's rubbing
There
it.
it is. What are you doing? You can do it with your paws? I get that image on my mind. That's weird.
You
the
put
hell
it
are
in our
these
mind.
The
drag
dog with his paws.
I know.
The drag queens, where the hell are they?
I told you they're gonna ditch us.
I hate when you have to hear Don say that. I mean, when you have to see Tony say that. Where the drag queens?
Yeah. When
We ordered some drag queens.
I ordered some drag queens. A juggler.
Now it's a party.
Now we got a party. Got a lady. What's her name? London. What's her
Olivia London, was
I
that
said
it?
lady.
they're already headed back to New
Yeah,
York.
yeah.
The show started.
They're
at
probably
8, right?
back
Yeah,
to
the
being
show's-
dudes.
Yeah, they're on the Cross Island by now.
Yeah.
Those crazy people in governors wanted to see my titties.
They were cool though. A drag show is usually a fun show. They're usually very talented.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love everybody.
I just want to go on record.
Except Wendy's dogs.
I didn't say nothing that rhymed
I
with
love the
maggot.
dogs. I actually defended the dogs the other day. They ripped apart one of my daughter. My daughter left her sweater, like a sweatshirt, and the dog.
And you hated the sweatshirt?
Got to it. No, he bit and chewed it up and bit holes in it. So my daughter is like, "I hate you, dog." I was like, "Leave him alone. He's a dog. What do you expect him to do? You left the damn thing on, on the chair. You shouldn't have done that or whatever." And I couldn't believe it. I was defending him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the sweater was on a chair?
Yeah, and the dog got to it, and
So where should she have put it? On a hanger?
I don't know. That was the problem that we had. I was just defending the dog, and every time I did, I looked over at Wendy for approval. like I was getting making up for past errors. See,
Kicking the dog the day before.
don't talk about the dog like that. He's a good dog.
You walk away like, next time don't bite my feet now.
Yeah, bite my feet again, you little bastard.
I was on your side.
Maybe you should have like a big dog instead of like two tiny ones.
Big dogs
Oh
are
my
better
God.
than
I was
little
gonna.
dogs.
I wanted a dog. I wanted. It's a long story, but there was a dog on the highway when I was driving home from North Carolina, and he looked like it's like 4 a.m. This dog comes running out in the middle of the street.
It was really Jeff Ball.
I'm like, holy shit! And it was like like a
Well,
big
like,
puppy.
Yeah,
And
like out there, like the dogs just run rampant. Like it's not like it is here.
I
you know?
wanted. It was on 85, Route 85. I mean,
So what'd you do?
Well,
Don't tell me you just drove away.
I barely
Gave
missed
it the
him. First of
finger.
all, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, it's 4 a.m.
Maybe it was a deer.
No, then I saw he looked
That's
confused.
some big dog.
And he's just running around, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" But there's no place to pull over or do a U-turn.
Yeah, once
so-
you go past it on a highway, what are you going to do? Back up on a highway?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I kept thinking about that damn dog. I'm like, all I could do was pray that he made it.
That's what you did.
Did you,
give
Don?
prayers
Did
and
you pray?
condolences?
Did you pray?
I did pray.
Yeah.
You did?
I shed tears too.
What'd you say?
I was trying.
Right.
Hope you live, you little fucker.
Dear, sweet
live,
Jesus.
get into the
Isn't that like-
woods, get into the woods?
Somebody else better save that dog.
Is that bull still loose on Long Island?
There's a bull.
I think so.
Oh my
I
God,
haven't
is it
heard.
still?
I haven't
Yeah,
heard if it's been
he's-
rescued.
Bulls eat grass.
This
so,
thing
like,
has its
it's
own
happy.
Facebook page.
That's so funny.
He does. The bull has his
He
own
probably has
Facebook
more
page.
followers than all of us.
Probably.
Yeah, I think that you heard about this story, right? About the bull.
No.
There's a bull loose. The bull was supposed to be a This is not a joke. Was supposed to be a sacrifice for a Muslim family. They had a
Yeah.
bull and they were going to sacrifice him.
Yeah.
And then feast
yeah?
on it. Yeah, and then
And
the
it
bull
got
was
loose.
like, "F this," and the bull got out.
Oh, the bull was racist.
And
Oh,
this
he's
is out in
homophobic.
like Shirley, Mastic, and
Yeah.
out by me, out east in Long Island. And the bull got away. Now, what last I heard is that they know where the bull is.
Right.
The bull's in the woods somewhere.
Yes.
And he's got plenty of water, and he's got
Yep.
food sources and all
Yeah.
this stuff.
It's really
Sure.
funny. Yeah.
But they're
He's-
going to leave him be.
Yeah.
And there's also
Until
I think
the
they're
next
trying to
Ramadan
lure
or
him
some
out.
shit.
That's what
They
they'll go
tried
out
to
there.
lure him out with a female, a
Yeah,
cow.
they actually
Cow?
brought in. They
Yeah,
actually brought in a female,
cow.
cat, and it didn't work.
Well, because they cut his balls off.
Yeah, so he's got no urges.
He's a
Oh,
steer.
Oh,
yeah.
so that did nothing to him. He's like, I'm a vegetarian. What are you bringing this
He's like,
cow here for?
Those
Right.
people are going to eat me, man. I'm staying out here in the woods.
That's bullshit.
You ain't getting me with that cow.
Maybe he was gay.
Maybe it was a
That's what I said.
Could've been.
Maybe he was a
Yeah.
drag.
Because animals
drag
can be
queen.
gay.
I just, I would love there to be reports on him weekly.
Right? I mean, like, that always happens. Like, it's hot news, and then no one knows where the bull is.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a
And-
bunch of bull to me, if you ask me.
I did. I said that a minute ago. I said that's bullshit. Nobody.
You guys are very cocky. I just wanted to join in.
Andrew Fremder says, my dog just got a job for NASA. He works on red rockets. And that's why you will not make it on the there, Andrew.
Should have let the dog tell the joke.
I'm going to look right now. Let's see. I don't know what the Facebook page is
You know
called.
what he means
The
by Red
Mastic
Rocket,
Bull.
though, right?
I do.
Okay.
But it's still a bad joke.
It's a but Red Rockets, man. Have you ever seen?
Oh, yeah.
My friend got raped by a dog.
I had a little problem with a red rocket once.
All right, wait a minute. I got to hear your story first, but then I got one where a friend of mine jerked my dog off. But go ahead.
Wait a minute.
So this
What?
No,
Wait a minute.
your story
I
first.
think I'm on the wrong show.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
bestiality.
Wait a
everyone.
minute.
More news at 11.
You have a story about someone jerking off your dog. Yet we got to hear his story first because
Yes.
his story is like fingering the dog's anus. Or
He
something?
said, didn't you say your
My
friend?
got raped by a dog. So
Yeah, I think that's why I want to hear his story
Oh,
first.
what a loser!
here's what happened.
What a loser! I mean, after the dog's getting high
If
paws.
you remember in the 70s and 80s, everyone used to.
Wait a minute.
There was no.
What?
We all got
It was
raped by
generated. It
dogs.
was the '80s. Everybody was
It was
getting
just
raped by
well,
dogs.
It's just the way we did things back then. It was-
Mama Duke used to rape me every week.
If you remember, in the 70s and 80s, when you'd sit on your uncle's lap. No, so in the 70s and 80s, people weren't as humane with the dogs, so they would leave their dogs outside on a chain all day with a doghouse, right?
That is
Yeah,
true.
I still see that sometimes, but not as
Yeah,
much.
Right.
You don't
And
see
that-
it nowadays.
And
really.
that always leads
Yeah.
the dog to want to
Well,
rape.
there was this dog that lived there, and his name was Snoopy, of all names. And Snoopy lived there, and on a short chain with the little doghouse, and he was mean as shit. Like whenever
Right.
you'd go near him, he was like, he was scary, right?
Was he a beagle like Snoopy?
No, he might have been. It was a black dog, pitch black.
Oh,
and
racism.
Mean as shit.
Why you got
Wow.
me chained up here, motherfucker? Chugga, motherfucker.
I got raped by a black
He was
dog.
singing "Sweet Lord,
Woof, woof.
sweet chariot."
Woof woof.
So anyway, so then I was fucking around, beating my friend up or whatever,
What?
wrestling. So I took
You
him.
raped him too?
I was raping my friend at the
Of
time.
course I got mine.
And the
in.
dog was like, "This looks like a good thing to do."
The
course
dog was just learning from you.
I had to get mine in first. That's always rule number one. No. So I threw him as a joke into the vicious dog's fucking area.
And he fucked him.
So the dog jumped on top of him,
Really?
and I thought he was gonna bite him. Dog jumped on top of him,
Ruck
laid
you
him
up
down,
the rash.
and started fucking him like dry humping. And I saw the red rocket came out. And the dog is like saliva.
And what'd your friend do after
The
20
dog
minutes?
looked at me, and the dog went. The dog bit its lip.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Barry White music came on.
And your friend just let him finish?
Yeah, but I never thought that could happen because at the end, this is again, I'm like, I don't know, 12, 13 years old. The dog busted a nut all over this guy.
Wait, what? What?
The dog came. The dog blew a nut all over the kid's back.
No way.
In 25 years we've known each other. How have you never told me this story?
Yeah.
We never talked about red
Hey,
rockets
I'm done. Nice to meet
before.
you. By the way, my friend had a dog shoot a load on his
I
back.
could tell you. If that happened to my kid, I'd have to like move out of state.
We
Because
were
there's
all-
no way. I
That
would-
kid, the whole time he was getting.
Can I ask
And we're like this.
So it's safe.
Can I ask you-
It's safe to say that he likes doggy style.
Can I say,
Yes.
what you said the whole time? How long was the whole time? Like he was letting this happen.
Don's letting it happen.
On some level, he was
Why couldn't
alright
he get
with it.
up?
He couldn't get up. The dog was on top.
Don,
The dog
why
had
didn't you
him.
help him?
The dog
Like,
was
What was this dog,
Prison.
500 pounds, and the guy
Dog
couldn't
was
move?
big, yeah,
Well,
the dog-
a little 13-year-old,
Yeah,
you know?
it had
A little 13-year-old? I think I was 5'10"
Dude,
by the time I was
I'm
13.
telling you, and he went to completion, bro.
Ren I rum on the rack.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
That's horrible.
Then we looked over and the dog was just,
Yeah, right.
"What's up, bitches?"
He went to sleep.
This is the craziest story.
That's a true story because I never thought that could happen. Like as a kid, I'm like, "What the fuck?" Was
All
that?
over his back.
What does that guy
And it
do
was
now?
A big ass dog.
That
That dog was holding in for a long time. That dog was
And then
like,
your friend had a litter about 9 months later.
I think that guy is hosting Donversations now.
yeah, no.
he's working at Petco. He's like, this one's cute. This one's
Yeah, it's
He's-
never been the same after
He's
that.
a dog trainer. Guess what
now-
he changed him to do?
Don't rape.
He now wears an anal plug tail when he walks around.
Anal Plug Tail is that kid's album. Then.
That is some story. I can't believe you held out on that.
Yeah, no, that's
scary.
Well,
His name
every
was
other
Pablo.
story's gonna suck ass.
I know. That's it. There's no
I
following
can't
that
even
up.
think anymore. Like I'm just like.
I had my dog dutied on the carpet once. But
It messed me up for a long time. Every time I look at that dog, I was like,
It messed you up. Your friend had a messy...
your friend is
yeah.
doing
I wasn't
forever.
even afraid of that dog. I was always afraid of that dog biting me. Now I was just afraid of fucking me.
Jizzing on
All
you.
right, so
now your friend turns around 3 times before he lays down. He hears a siren. He runs after
He
it.
itches himself.
It's like it's just a perspective of your whole life. You're like, well, no one jizzed on my back.
so when the dog was done, like your friend couldn't get up, but when the dog was done, all of a sudden he just got
No,
off.
he
and the
crawled
guy-
out of there. I
Like
remember
this.
No, he's like, no, you can
it
go.
was because remember like the dog's area. is
The
like,
dog's like, I'll call you.
the
Yeah.
chain. The
He's
chain,
like, do you need a wet towelette?
He's like,
Remember the
well,
chain
stop.
goes like a circle form like that, so it was all dirt and then grass outside of that, right? So the kid was right in the middle of the dirt getting.
Well, you pushed him
raped.
into rape.
Yeah, I pushed him into that, thinking.
Right.
Him into
I never
rape.
thought that was going to be the outcome, but then so then after that, I remember the kid
And you
scrambling out and then dust everywhere and like the dirt. Just like,
how many?
and he didn't know that the dog came on him. Like as far as he knew, he was just
He was like,
escaping.
someone put suntan lotion on me.
Why is all of a sudden the dog rubbing my back?
Why does the dog keep calling?
Why is the dog keep going?
What? So you didn't help him at all. You were just like, dog rape.
I was like, until the whole time I'm laughing, but also you ever like laugh and panic at the same time? Like, oh my
Yes.
god, how are we gonna get out of this?
Yes.
Holy shit, is he
I've
okay?
done that.
Did I do something like? What have we done?
And
then
what is he like? What's his expression? He's just like,
the dog is? The dog was like looking all over the place, saliva everywhere, and
Did this guy stay friends with you?
He stayed
yeah,
friends
they
with
were
the
my
dog.
neighbors. His name was Pablo.
Pablo.
Hello, Pablo.
That sounds like a Chihuahua name.
That's Pueblo.
And now
Was
he,
it-
he became his Pueblo.
Is this what's her name's dad?
Who?
Denise's dad.
No. That's it. No. This is a kid, another kid I grew up with. A couple of years younger than me. Like I was like at the time. Let's say I was.
Find him on
13.
Facebook. Find
I
Pablo
would
on
not
I don't know
Facebook.
if
say
Pablo- I
his
don't think
name.
Pablo-
Yes,
don't
poor
find him on
kid.
Facebook.
Not say his name. That's
He's
horrible.
gonna find this episode one day and go, I told you never tell the
You
dog
told the
rape
story about the dog coming on my
I
back.
blacked that out, you son of a bitch!
40 years of therapy.
I'll never
Yeah.
forget it. He had that all stained up on his.
Oh God!
Oh.
And he didn't know, so he kept wearing the
And the
sweatshirt.
dog's looking at him like,
we,
sure, you're
we
right.
told him after he escaped. So after he got out of there, he's
After he escaped.
So he,
He didn't escape. The dog was finished.
yeah. The dog was like, "You can go now, bitch. I got mine."
so he wasn't feeling bad enough. Then you guys like Pablo.
All that
little
useless
mess.
baby batter.
Then it was Pablo's brother. Pablo's brother's like, on your back, on your jacket. So he took off his jacket. It was sort of still dripping down.
And then you hear like a Scooby-Doo laugh.
I was like, I didn't know.
Another Scooby snack, Shag.
I was like, I didn't know they could do that.
Wrench time, I'm rubbing in your
Hey,
race.
you like seriously, 13. You guys are just finding out you guys do it.
Yeah,
Much
that-
less.
And without like penetration, like he just like that dog was just dry humping him all the way to completion. And
What do you have on? Good corduroy? or
It
something?
scarred.
Oh God!
I think the dog might have teabagged him a little bit.
Right.
Turn over, bitch.
Let me race my rolls in your route. It's a perfect dog impression.
Andrew Fremder, one time I was driving with my dog and an angry deer came out of the woods, looked at me and said, "That's the last time I do that for $2."
Ah, very good.
Elizabeth Batapede says Barney the Bull is still out there. Oh, he's got a name, Barney
I
the
forgot
Bull.
that. Yeah, no, they named him Barney a long time ago. I forgot.
Fremder says there's a lot of things that are probably still loose if that bull is still running around. Yeah, that's true too. Wow.
But yeah, so that
Wow.
yeah, that's some crazy stuff, and
I've learned a lot today.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I came to the show.
good
Totally,
times.
yes.
You know,
Yeah, you learn that if you haven't gotten in a while, you just find a dog and
or
lay down.
never play wrestle with Don Sill because you might accidentally get bestiality raped.
Thrown into a dog rape.
Well, what did you say to him? I didn't mean it. What did you say?
I was still trying to play it off like it was funny. I was
Yeah.
just like, "Oh my god, dude, you just got Holy shit! And he's just like,
He goes for an STD and he has fleas.
He's like,
can't believe you did it to me, man. I'm like, oh, come on, Pablo, come on. No, dude.
Come on, Pablo. We've all been there.
This is years of therapy, man.
You see him walking down the street talking, then he stops, takes a shit on a hydrant. He's like, I told you, I'm all right. Give me a magazine.
he's like 17, like having a girl for the first time. You're like, we know it wasn't the first.
He thinks that's how you're supposed to do it, though. You just always
Right.
do it on the back.
He's like, sweetheart, let's go out in the yard and make my legs go crazy when you scratch my
When he
ear.
goes to the pound to adopt a dog, he's, well, how big is that red rock?
He starts getting tingles.
He goes to like the North Shore Animal League. I want a dog that won't rape me. So like, which one would be good for the no rape?
You would want
You have a no rape section?
Yeah.
A dog with no red rocket, please. 0 on the red rocket.
I don't want to talk about it. I just don't want the dog that will rape.
What happened to you? You know I'm bow-legged. Let's just leave it at that.
And everybody at North Shore Animal League go like, oh, that's Pablo.
Oh, that's Pablo.
He comes in here every week.
Oh, that's Pablo.
Pablo the dog.
What
lover.
happened? He did a dog rape.
He got
Don't
raped.
sell him the dog.
He got raped by a dog when he was like 12.
He keeps bringing dogs back every week. He looked at me funny. I better buy it.
He loves red rockets. Loves them.
He's like,
See, you started Andrew from
he's,
there.
he's all into dogs. He got sexy posters of Odie on the wall and Sprocket. Remember
Lassie.
He's got Scooby-Doo.
Remember Sprocket and Odie? His pictures of Odie. He's like, oh, Odie, you're the bum. I almost did it.
I'm sitting over here. And
I'm
like,
acting too much.
Wow.
Wow.
So now we gotta go to your story.
Oh, shit, I forgot all about my story.
Your story not gonna be.
Yeah, it's nothing like that at all.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Your
nothing
story
like
was
that at all.
more romantic. Like his show was like the Hot Network. Yours is like the Playboy Channel.
Yeah, mine's
Yeah.
after that, nothing is as good as this.
Yours is the classiest story.
Someone was over my house, and I used to have a pit bull, and this girl that came over the house, she is a big dog lover. She has she's worked with dogs, and she came over one day, and the dog just jumped on the couch, and she's playing with him. She starts rubbing the belly, and starts like her hand is actually kind of like down there, and the red rocket came out. And I'm standing. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And she actually looks at me. She's looking at me. She's like, she didn't like grab it, but she just kind of like, you know,
And
just,
so immediately,
like this,
She was just
like
petting the tummy.
so
you know?
immediately you jumped on the couch and rolled around and
No,
said,
I
"My
jumped
turn."
on the floor
My
and
turn,
hoped
yeah.
that the dog would just fuck me.
And Pablo was at the window. Yeah.
Do it slow. Do it slow. He's looking through the window.
Pablo had a red rocket.
He's like,
Oh my god.
He's waving the leash.
With a stake on the end of it.
Oh god, my stomach hurts.
But that's my whole story. She just.
You
was-
just
Yeah,
think it
you
was
should have
weird
told
that-
yours first.
yeah, absolutely. I had no idea that was
Yeah.
coming. She was kind of rubbing the belly and then kind of working away. And she's looking at me the whole time.
And the dog's like, I like domestic
Yeah, my
life.
dog. Yeah, my dog was. He's laying there like this. He's like, she's the best ever, man.
Let's adopt her next.
That's that's the whole thing. Sorry.
wow.
Wow. Wow.
All right, so I have this little dog. I mean, it's not like a chihuahua. It's a little
Uh-oh.
bit bigger than
Where'd
a
you put it?
chihuahua.
What are you doing? This whole family's crazy. They're all into kinky things.
They're all into kinky dog stuff.
Where'd you put
It was like a baby Jessica situation. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. So, you see like the red rocket. So obviously I've seen a red rocket. I've had like plenty of dogs, cared for dogs. But I look out in the backyard and I see my dog licking his red rocket. But here's the difference. the red rocket had fallen like kind of like out, like so far out that it looked like it was like next to his area. So I'm like, so I thought like his, you know, it fell out. Like I didn't know what to do. Like I was worried that it wouldn't go back in. So
put it back in.
So I run in and I'm like, I've got these like two teenage boys. I'm trying to explain to them, and like the older one just laughs and is giggling, and there's no talking to him anymore. And then the other one's like, it's normal. It's normal. I'm like, it's not normal. It's like his dick fell out of his dick. Is the only way that I could explain
Pablo
it.
showed up. So I'll put it back.
It's like next to. It like fell out. It's right next
3D.
to his dick. It fell out.
It went out too
like
long
it was.
then.
Yes. That's exactly what happened. And it's just like laying next to each other. So I'm like,
What?
I'm like, how am I going to bring this dog to the vet and have them put his dick back in his
Replace his
dick?
dick, please.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Can you push this back in?
And then sure enough, I look over and he's like still licking, and it just goes like, and it's like back in. I'm like,
And then 5 more weeks of winter.
right. So it was crazy. It was a crazy situation. I really thought I was gonna have to like bring my dog to the vet for his dick falling out of his dick.
Wow.
Well, you know what? To be honest, the outside of that, the inside, the red rocket, is the actual full penis of the dog. The outside is called a sheath. It just covers it.
Yeah, so it was like this. It was like laying next to the sheet.
Yeah.
but
So
it was
yeah, when
fully
it's
out.
like when it comes like all the way out.
Well,
I think a lot of people do
I've
bring their
never
dog to
seen
the
that
vet for that.
before.
What were you wearing? Did you ask for it? I mean,
It's COVID, so I wasn't wearing a bra. I'll tell you that. So you know, could have been that.
The dog's watching you walk by this.
wow, this lockdown's starting to pay off.
This is the best.
I'm starting to feel a red rocket.
Wow.
Well, this has been mighty educational.
Yeah.
Even though the talk of red rockets didn't lure them in,
Nope.
Should we take one more stab at it?
No. they're
Wow,
not
everything
in
sounds
there.
sexual. We take a stab at the red rocket. You're dirty people.
Why is stab sexual? That's
Take a stab at it? That sounds sexual in lieu of the conversation.
that's true.
To coin
So
a
what
phrase.
do you guys think? Should we try and to get them in here
You
one
can
more
do
time?
what you want. I just don't think they will. But I'm up for it.
This show's got to be over by now, right?
I would think it would be
think
close
they're
to it.
I think
yeah.
they're home. I think
You
they've
think they-
taken off their
They
makeup.
went home. Yeah.
Yeah, you figure they would have been.
All right, I'm gonna let Shari decide. What do you think? Should we go try to find them?
Is it
We
worth
can
it?
we can try. I might have to exit shortly, but
She's had enough of us. She's disgusted with our dog stories.
no.
She's
I
going right
just,
to Petco.
no, I just I have to go to sleep soon so I can get up and run.
There you go.
Sorry.
I gotta start doing that too. I gotta get fit. I need to
Okay, you
lose
do
weight,
that.
Get fit.
Yeah.
I want to get in shape. I'm 50 now.
Right. You want to get that red
You
rocket.
know what, Don? You know what? Honestly, you could do like very minimal stuff, and you're gonna shed weight really quickly. And I'm gonna be so irritated because I hustle, and it takes me forever. So that should be motivating for you.
That does kind of motivate me.
You don't look very motivated about that.
I don't know what I got to do because I
Well, how did you lose it when last year?
went on the damn keto diet and I stuck to it and I lost like a little over 30 pounds. And I put it all back on. And now I'm discouraged. It's like hard to to get the mindset to do it again. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to stop eating bread and pasta again, drink these stupid keto drinks.
What's a keto drink?
It has no carbohydrates.
It has ketones in it. Yeah, and it gives you ketones. So the ketones basically
aren't you giving up
kickstart your
sugar?
ketosis. And once your body's in a state of ketosis, it eats its own fat cells.
No
and
sugar,
Oh,
right?
cool.
No sugar.
No
no
sugar and
at all.
carbs.
No carbs. You could have you're not
That's,
even supposed to eat certain fruits because they have sugar. Like you're not supposed to have banana.
Atkins, right? Isn't he that
It's
did that?
it's similar to
Yeah,
Atkins.
Well, did you find it was like doable? Did you like it?
Yeah, once it's to me, it all begins in your thinking.
Right,
in
mindset.
your mind. Your mindset has to be locked in, and I haven't been able to lock it back in.
Right,
So I've
right.
tried it. I started and stopped a lot the last few months. It's just hard
Yeah, totally.
because two things go through your mind when you're on a diet, right? When you see a piece of cake, the first thing is, I only live once. Fuck it, I'm gonna eat this cake. Then the other thing is, oh, I only live once. Maybe I shouldn't eat that cake. You understand?
Yeah, that
So-
makes sense.
So it's two different mindsets. So I used
So it
to
depends on the cake. If it's a really, really good cake,
What type of cake? Yeah.
because not all cake is good.
well, for me, it's Pizza.
Urinal cake is not good.
Pizza
Yeah.
is my freaking
pizza cake.
kryptonite. Pizza pie or cake.
Once you eat pizza, it's done. Like once you eat pizza, there's something about pizza that makes you like completely hungry, and then you just keep eating for like
It's
the
just
next
so
week.
it's so salty. I find that after I eat pizza, if I have a slice of pizza, it's just so salty.
salty.
Afterwards, I'm just
It is.
guzzling down like more and more water, and then I just feel like I'm waterboarding myself. So
They have a
Yeah.
new topping on this one pizza. It's called Red Rocket topping.
Man.
Yeah. Would you like some extra jizz on your pizza?
And Frankie's East Side. I'm sorry. I'm only kidding.
Jizz, with a Z, double Z, jizz. So, all right. So, should we look for the drag queens, or should we try to get the open mic's probably over too? Maybe we get Napoleon here.
yeah,
We can.
Curry.
And put him in drag.
Yeah.
All right. Let me do that. Let me see if there's anybody.
Joe Curry might be at the bar by now.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I think I'm gonna depart, but I really wanted to thank everyone for having me.
Jerry, you rock. And that's a great scene we shot today. By
Yes.
the way, you were great.
That's when Goonan was nice to me.
Well,
Well, then I knew you.
I would
That's
love
before I got to know
We gotta. You guys gotta make amends for whatever
Yeah.
this weird
Sure,
thing is
right.
going
Well,
on.
there's
It
20
really wasn't my fault. I mean, he
2023.
called me something vulgar.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
listen.
doing so much to mend it right now.
I love both of you guys very much, and we just did a really great scene today. And sometimes when you're in the mode of comedy and give
yeah?
and take of things could be taken out of context or taken offensive.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. You know what? As long as he puts me in another scene of his,
Oh, that's not happening. No, we've done it all.
I'll take a selfie with him. That will be proof.
Well, you
All
can
right, very
sketch.
good.
I sketch, only sketch.
Take the selfie shot because you guys got some good stuff. You got some.
Yeah.
You got a good Instagram
No,
post.
I'm really excited about what we shot. It's really good.
2
And I
weeks,
shared
probably in 2
I
weeks.
shared my umbrella with him. I would totally do that again.
Yeah, I think you're
Right.
terrific. And you let people know where they can find you. You're on Instagram and all that stuff.
I'm on Instagram, Sherry Poland Comedy. I'm on Facebook. Just look up Sherry Poland. It's all under there.
All right.
And thank you so much. And a big shout out to Sallie. I love Sallie.
Sally rocks.
Oh,
Sallie,
thanks, man. Good to
I
see
love
you.
Sallie. I love her. I love her. I love her. And I feel like you don't get enough shout outs on here.
Oh,
You put up with a lot.
Oh, Sally's the best.
Sally is the best.
And she's
though.
suffering from a concussion right now.
And who knows where that dog is?
The dog with the broken penis. He's running around rampant somewhere.
I love that children's book. Remember that, Nancy Drew? The dog with the
dog
broken
with the
penis.
broken penis.
That was one of Dr. Seuss's finest.
That was
Yeah.
like Nobel.
I liked when they turned it into a musical.
My fair dog with the broken penis. That's the musical version.
So I go find Nicolia, right?
All right, take care.
Take care,
Bye, Sherry.
You rock.
Hi, Sherry. Good to see you.
This door's open, right?
Yeah.
Sherry Poland,
Bye.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
So I find him in the hallway as somebody is kind of giving him a hard time about not advancing in the laugh off.
Oh, yeah. I bet he's in a
So
mood about
I
it.
just grabbed him. I said, Mike, speaking of the laugh off, we have some questions. Can you come back there, please? And he said, all right, Bray, I'll be right there.
All right, cool.
He's
cool.
the guy who runs it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running that, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, good comedian, and and it's tough when you run a contest, like as I know, and all of us here know, people get mad.
No. Did someone get mad when they didn't win?
People get mad at you?
Really?
People get when the competitive juices are flowing, and,
Oh,
and
there's
it's
juices
not
flowing?
a sport where in a
The
sport.
jizz is flowing all over
Wow.
people's backs.
In a,
That is a filthy mouth.
in a
She
sport-
definitely has a concussion,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it must be the
Holy
concussion. You could blame anything you want on the concussion.
I
for
know.
at
It's
least
going to be
another
the
week.
greatest month of my life.
when you play a sport, there's a clear winner, clear loser, right? Due to skill set or whatever, or luck or whatever. But when it's something like this that's more subjective and has judges, people are more apt to disagree if they lose and then get upset. And it's very hard. And Nicole is going through it now with certain people didn't make it or should have made it or woulda, coulda, shouldas, and it's just a tough.
Yeah, because there's even like different judges and stuff. It's not even like the contestants are different. Like when Tony was on, like he was like so nice and gave everyone 10s.
That's right, I did.
And then
Right.
when Sally Annie was on, he's like, "Can I? Is it possible to do a -2?" And then
yeah, and
I don't want to be a pain here, but
that's one thing I will do.
He did
this
say
time
comedy
around.
died tonight.
Yeah, that was.
I did say that.
Yeah,
one.
we talked about that the other day too. Me and Tim, we said that when he said that line, I was like, dude, that was just fucking hilarious. But But I'm going to instruct the judges to be more harsher.
Yeah,
and to
because
be
you
judges.
can't have nothing against Tony, but what do you do if everyone keeps doing 10s and you can't have a two-way winner every week?
Well, you have to judge them, you know what I mean? I think in the beginning of the show, so our show evolved. Just like I look at it like a comedy set. We were working things out, and in that first season we evolved a lot. And I think where we are now is we're in a good place. And I think now when I have a new rules and all that stuff that are more concrete, whereas in the first time we were kind of making up as we go. Plus, we didn't know. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. We didn't take it as seriously either.
Right,
it was more about the comedy of it all. And
we didn't realize it was
fun.
what it was going to become. We didn't even have a finals. We didn't know we were doing the finals at that point.
That's
it was supposed to be a show-by-show thing, and then we started bringing people back. So I think now don't know this for a fact, but I think at that time the first two contestants, one of them was a friend of the shows and of Govs Radio and all that. The other guy was another comedian. So I think that person had an advantage and got scored because of sympathy or my friend or whatever. I don't even.
You mean there was people who got scores because of people online and stuff?
That's a legit scoring system, though. But my thing about the judges is in the beginning, I think that a lot of people were giving more because they didn't realize what was
I was
at stake.
never kind.
No, by the time you got on board, you were there for the wave of when it started to get real.
The wave of the realness, yes.
Yeah, around that time.
The realness wave.
Yeah, but before that it was fun. It was more tongue-in-cheek and it was more lighthearted in the first couple episodes. And then, it started to get real once we made it into a tournament. Once we decided it was going to be a tournament, then everything changed.
Yeah, like you said, we got a real prize involved.
Right.
And Manny never collected?
Not that she didn't
COVID
collect.
hit.
COVID hit,
Yeah.
And so that's one thing I do want to make good on that because she deserves it. She won.
Right.
We did have a setback with COVID when we came back. It was
But
tough.
he's right after the first season was done.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we did 2 shows of the new season and then we shut down.
And then
I didn't watch. I wasn't
If you watch those 2
I don't
shows,
watch shows.
well, if you watch those 2 on the Wheel of Jokes, COVID.
Is it? Oh yes, because it wasn't such a big. Who cares?
Yeah, and it was there's a punchline. No, it was coronavirus.
I was just gonna say it wasn't even COVID.
Yeah,
it was when we were calling Corona.
And we didn't know.
And Mandy had a couple of jokes about Coronas.
Yeah, she had a good Corona.
So yeah.
And but to go back to the prize, to be fair. Because the club still isn't doing, they're still not open. Prior to COVID, they were open Thursday through Sunday.
Right.
And they're not back to that yet. They've had a few Thursday shows, a few Sunday shows, and the agreement was the winner would go on a Thursday or a Sunday.
Right.
Fridays and Saturdays were off limits. The main stage.
Main room.
Right, which is why it got serious, a lot of these guys, because, that's always the goal, right, at least locally, to make it to that stage. But it had to be a Thursday or a Sunday, so that's another reason we haven't been able to make good on it.
You said Kristen was here; she was involved in it too.
Yeah, Kristen Tinsley was one.
She was on that very controversial episode.
That's right. Yeah.
That one and the final episode.
Mostly controversial because of Sallie.
Because of me.
Yeah.
And I seriously, when you were saying in the beginning, you the shows you picked the people that you knew, I never did. I definitely took it I'm very nerdy, so I took it very seriously from the beginning.
I just think, and look, this is nothing personal against anybody. Like I said, but
maybe eventually.
I think going forward. Now, when we do this next season, and I do want to incorporate those last 2 episodes. Those people will still be incorporated. They're part of this season, even though it's a year and a half later or whatever. But so the 2 winners was Rich Rader and then that girl, I forget her name, but the ghost hunter. Remember her? She was a ghost hunter and she came in and won.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
Who was it?
She'd be a cool guest.
She was hunting the fellow who's hosting the show in the other room, the fellow in black.
She's actually a ghost hunter. She hunts ghosts and
with a net. Whatever.
She has the Ghostbusters gun.
Yeah.
No, but she knows how to catch ghosts and shit.
All right. Why do you always bury the lead? Tell me about this Venkman who.
I don't know. She's got to come on again. Actually, maybe I'll do a conversation with her.
Yeah.
There you
Ghost
go.
Hunter.
And
Who is that? No, it's bugging me.
Yeah, it
Who
was
is
one of
that?
the girls that was on the show. I forget her name, unfortunately. But
Boogity Boogity.
She had a weird last name. Like,
Okay.
Knickerbocker or something like that. What the
Knickerbocker.
hell was her name?
You almost said it right away.
I know she's watching. No, but anyway, I'm going to incorporate those two winners into this thing. I don't know if we'll do tournament style again. There's so many. We have to talk amongst each other also about how we're going to handle the show, and then also I got to get with Benny. There's a lot of legwork.
Definitely, if you could incorporate being in one of them rooms is really a lot better, because sometimes they just need like 2 minutes to do their stuff, which isn't necessarily great when no crowd is around.
Yeah,
You know?
they do their stand up set.
Yeah.
Having a crowd will be fantastic for that part.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then I could tell the crowd they're wrong for laughing.
You'll be the Simon.
Yeah.
Well, we would
Except America.
we would need like a Joey Cola. We would need a warm up.
Yeah, Joey Kohler, can you warm up my Pasusa show, please?
Oh, he was playing tonight at the brokerage.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
What's
If
the
Joey
one-
ever did that, after he would leave the warm up, the whole crowd would leave with him.
Yeah, right.
Show's over.
What's the one, the Governor's Club that's in Belmore?
The brokerage.
That's
That's the brokerage. Yeah, I
yeah.
haven't been there. I should go to.
You should
Oh,
go
that's
there.
a good place.
You ever been to
Yeah.
McGuire's out east? That's a good club too.
You know, I was at the brokerage, but very briefly, for something. Yeah, but not for comedy. Just I was hanging out with another comic.
When's the last time you performed stand up?
Stand up, for people or for dogs and cats and
For Red Rockets?
for Red Rockets? A long time, very long time. Yeah.
What made you decide to get out of it?
Well, if I give the answers, it's going to be the antithesis of every philosophy that this entire network has.
Well, is that the case? Are you out? You're not doing stand up anymore?
stand up, I haven't done stand up in a very long time.
But I didn't know. Like you made an official conscious decision. I'm not doing this anymore. I didn't know
Long time
that.
ago, yeah, probably before I even met you.
Really?
Yeah.
He's always doing the tune in, the goon in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I knew that.
He
I
did
just assumed
live-
you were doing that too.
You ever
Just-
see the vagina dance thing?
I think I did.
He has two vaginas dancing with him.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I
Oh
do.
shit.
Yes. Didn't keep in the summer weather, but yes. But if I told you that it would be, I think it's boring.
You think stand up is boring?
Yeah.
Like to watch it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people are the same.
You know,
There's very
I
few-
know
Well, that
some
too.
other people that feel the
There's
same
very
way.
few unique people. Like you can kind of tell where people are going most of the time. Oh, that's where you're going with that. Okay. You know. So
No, I agree with that. To
and
a
it's
certain
lonely.
degree. But
Yeah.
it is. But do you think there's who do you like? I know you like a lot of the early comedians, but do you watch any modern day stuff?
Give us your example. You said that there's nobody unique. Give us an example of who a stand-up who's unique, past, current, anything.
Norm Macdonald.
Yeah,
Norm Macdonald.
Norm's great.
Oh, that's an interesting answer. Oh, there he is.
Dun, dun,
Get on the
dun,
couch
dun.
and grab a headset.
Oh, you got historic Andre the Giant Hulk Hogan shirt on.
Nice. What's up, man?
All right, so we have questions for you about the laugh off, which I went out there to ask you to come in, and sure enough, it looked like some guy was giving you a hard time about not making it in the laugh off.
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
I would. I said it.
You know what? I don't mind talking about this because.
there you go.
Thank you. Hi.
Tell
Hi.
us who really sucks.
Hi, everyone. So, when you're doing comedy for a little while, and this is great because.
Well, it's a
Little
therapy
cathartic.
session for you,
Yeah,
Mike
you look like
Nicolia.
you need a little cathartic
Yeah,
moment.
you know what?
He looks
And
pumped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let it all out.
I
man.
really appreciate the Long Island comedy scene because as much as I care about like having a tight five and caring about what my opener is and who I work with in the business and who I surround myself with,
Okay.
it all roots back to the Long Island comedy scene. The open mics, the people you first meet, it all comes home.
Yep.
When I was asked to be a part of the Long Island Laugh Off, I really was put in a little bit of a tough position because some of the contestants have been doing comedy as long as I have been doing it and maybe even longer, and some are just like creeping right behind me. There's a little bit of a conflict of interest when it's your friends.
Sure.
Right. Yeah, it's
And
harder.
those people, unfortunately, this summer, I lost some friends.
No kidding,
Wow,
really?
man, that sucks, bro.
To actually say you lost them?
Because
Yeah.
they didn't advance.
I don't necessarily want to say that, but the the phrase is show business, right?
Sure.
Right.
And there's two words. There's the show. Welcome to Governor's Comedy Club. Here's the lights. Here's the music. There's the host. And then there's the second word, business.
Drinks, mozzarella sticks.
And that's where so the fun is in the show, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then it starts to get not fun when you get to the business aspect.
Yep.
But if you're smart, you can make the business aspect fun.
Right.
But not without getting some lashes first. So I just want to say that I appreciate the Long Island comedy scene.
It's a very political answer.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to say it's more passionate than political. And thank you for helping me clear that up. Because I love the Long Island comedy scene. I love the dingy bar shows. I love the dingy open mics that two people are at.
All right.
I love the writing sessions at coffee shops. I love the sets at coffee shops where I didn't hear one laugh for 7 minutes straight.
Right.
Because it made me and led me to where I am and where we are as a whole.
Right.
Sure.
It's tough to lose the community aspect when you're put in that position.
Yeah, whenever you have a competition, and like we were just talking about, yeah, like I could feel for you because I went through similar stuff with put up, shut up, stand up. The only thing is, the only difference is I'm not shoulder to shoulder with these people every day like you are, in the trenches at these clubs, at these open mics. So it's got to be harder for you when people are unsatisfied or with their place or whatever the heck happened out there, whatever their thing is. And look, man, it's part of a competition. And that's what you got to make clear to these people. There's always going to be a winner. There's always going to be a loser, unfortunately. But the what I always say to people, too, with Pasusu, is that everybody wins because they all got FaceTime. Everybody wins. They all got
Absolutely
to perform
right.
on that stage in front of all those. I saw more acts when I saw the laugh off at McGuire's. Mm-hmm. I saw more new faces at that one set than I had all year or 2 or 3 years. So all those people, whether they won or not, won because they opened up their brand to a whole bunch of new people.
At McGuire's.
Yeah, at McGuire's.
Or here, or the brokerage. It's a win-win. Absolutely, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
So that's what these people, that's what it's got to sink in to these up-and-coming comedians. And they would, and again, I don't know who's watching, but they would be fools to burn the bridge with people like us that are helping to push and promote the local scene. And you're putting a lot of work behind the scenes. I know we all do, and you know, they have to appreciate that.
There was one comment that stuck with me, and it's all this drama BS that I get to hear about, because the game of telephone can last long. Back in June, I didn't go to any open mics because my grandfather passed away, and I actually couldn't imagine myself on a stage. And I actually was ready to fucking throw the towel in. And I actually was like, fuck, let me just focus on work. Let me just focus and look ahead.
Right.
I lost a lot of momentum during the pandemic. What is the point of going back? And I truly believed that I was not going to ever be back in this building. Ever. And then a week later they said, do you want to be a part of the Laugh Off with John Truson? And I said, anyone that says no to that is really stupid.
Sure.
And it was almost like, you're not going anywhere, kid.
It sucks you back
because
in.
Not only is comedy a huge part of showbiz and a huge part of people's lives, people that we rub elbows with every day.
Absolutely.
But comedy is an addiction. Mm-hmm. Positively an addiction.
Right.
And I can't imagine myself not being around it. Ever. Well, I almost did. But not anymore.
Yeah, well, don't let this stuff demoralize you either. Keep going forward.
Did I kill the mood? I'm so sorry.
No, this is good. I think this is cathartic. I think it's good for you. It's good for all of us because I do see the Long Island scene going at each other quite a bit.
Oh, you know, there's a lot of jealousy and there's a lot of drama, not just towards me,
Right. Yeah.
towards anybody.
Right.
Everybody has a story. Everybody has, an awkward limbo. There's jealousy everywhere.
I have an awkward limb.
What do you? Yeah, but I think that if people can just mesh more and communicate instead of giving dirty looks at an open mic,
Right.
I think if people just open their mouths and talk,
Right on, man.
I think there could be a better sense of community
Well, that
everywhere.
The laugh off. Even if you don't make it, to the finals, it doesn't mean you're never going to play a governor stage, or it doesn't mean you're done.
Do you pay to be in the laugh off?
Anybody? No, they don't pay.
It's free to join.
They don't, yeah, no, it's a free spot.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can't. What was the rule? You can never be paid by governors to enter the laugh
To
off.
enter the laugh
Right.
off, you could have never done a paid spot on any of the main stages.
Right.
If you've been paid in the little room, it's like an exception because those are privately produced
Right. So you
shows.
don't want like
Yeah.
Chris Montes and those guys entering
Right.
the contest. You want.
How far are
Yeah.
you from declaring the winner?
About a week away.
A week away.
We're a week away
How do
from
you,
the finals.
so you got 20 people in the finals. How do you get the order? How do you get the order of the comics?
Guys
Because
first.
the first person going up might be at a disadvantage, right? Versus the 20th, or what do you think?
So we try to throw a couple professional guest spots up front, just to ease the blow. And then what we have been doing and what we will do for the finals is early bird gets the worm, show up, pick your spot.
Ah.
You
First
can
come,
go
first
10th
served.
or you can go 3rd. All depends on when you get here.
So we'll tell Galati to show up the day before.
And how many minutes?
Galati's setting up a tent right now.
You doing all 20 in one show?
Honestly, I have to check it. So there's
Was there an
there's
intermission?
20 there's like 20 finalists this year.
Yeah.
Normally, in the past, it's been 10-minute sets. I'm pretty sure everyone's only doing 7 because if 20
Yeah.
people
Even
do 10-minute
7.
sets,
Yeah, that's still
that's
a long night.
200-minute
That's still a
show,
long night,
Yeah.
which is 90.
And it's always
that's 3
longer
hours.
than those
That's-
minutes anyway.
Yeah, true.
Just the back and forth. and
Yeah,
setup
there's the
and-
intros and
yeah,
all that stuff.
Right.
And then to throw up some known comedians, like you said, for better.
Yeah,
effect.
we'll throw up Dennis Rooney. We'll throw up
Right.
Nick
So you're
Thomas.
talking almost a 3-hour show.
So there's 20 people now. Who do you say you think might win? Who's terrible? Should never be in it.
Can't
be thrown
do
out.
that.
Horrible person.
I
not
plead,
funny.
I plead the 5th.
How many
Runs a
comedians?
pizza.
This is
Pizzeria.
everything I just talked about.
Yeah, exactly.
I-
How many comedians did you have at the beginning? How many entered this thing?
Oh, man. Probably like 160 signups.
160 people. That's a testament to Long Island comedy right
Well,
there.
true,
There's 160 people that are funny, that are comedians
Well,
that
why
are coming
would
from here.
anybody be mad
And there was a
if you don't have
couple.
to pay to be
If you really
True.
want to include people that like should have did it, maybe like 170, 175
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like. There's a couple of funny people that opted out. Maybe there's political. I don't believe in contests.
Right.
Whatever.
That's
it may
somebody who doesn't want to compete.
be. Well, there's some people that just don't have competitive mindsets, and they're
Sure.
funny people,
Yeah.
and they're pretty. I don't need a contest to tell me that I'm funny.
Right. Did you and Truson judge them all? Because in the past, I know it was always different people at different nights.
Ziegler popped in when he was good and ready. Ziegler will be around at the finals, as far to my knowledge.
Nice.
Yeah. I hope
Ziegler, when he was able to.
Yeah.
Rooney was a judge. Nick Tillelli, who won 2019, was a judge.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't just me and him.
Right. Oh,
We spread
okay.
the love.
Oh, nice.
Any surprises? Were you surprised by any? You don't have to name names, but were there any pleasant surprises in
The first round show, I will say, Will Romero had the best set of the night for his first round show.
Nice.
And he has come miles and miles from when I met him, and he had a great set, and he's a good comic.
Yeah, I
What
agree.
was the grand prize?
The grand prize, so I have to go on my cell phone for this.
Uh-oh.
So normally you get paid spots, unpaid spots, fundraisers and what have you. And this year,
Micah Nikes.
I decided to make it a little more interesting.
Nice.
Good in plenties.
So
Sex.
yeah, so
With a dog.
yeah, we're gonna get Fido right on the main stage.
These two here know
There was
somebody.
actually a contestant that brought a dog. Were you
What?
guys at that one at McGuire's? Or
I-
is
no,
that-
I
wasn't
don't-
at that
no.
one.
Part of the act.
I remember seeing you guys at McGuire's. There was a guy that brought a dog on stage with him. Blades Striker.
And
Unfortunately, he didn't advance, but
But the dog did.
funny dude.
The dog is now
I
doing
thought
2
that
shows
there
in
was
the
maybe
program.
going to be like a stunt.
Yeah.
He just had him up there for no reason.
Duet.
No, I mean he's a funny guy.
No, but I mean the dog. Did the dog add to the act?
Yeah.
I said that to him after. I was just like, I was like interact with the dog a little more.
Oh, the dog was just there. The dog was just there,
So
like,
I was like, throw me a bone. No,
boy, this crowd is really rough. I really can't stand when this. Yeah, one of those.
so
So the grand prize is.
so third place gets a $50 gift card.
Okay.
Is there a camera? Which camera is mine? This one.
That one, I
Yep.
think.
Yes. No.
Oh,
That.
this one.
Yes.
Okay.
So can you see my phone
You should
screen?
probably go to
No.
it.
No, come closer.
Go to it.
To the.
Yeah.
Can you see it now?
You probably
No.
should.
No,
go
come
to
closer.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, it's.
So
Oh.
take the headphones off.
There
All
you
right.
go. There you go.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mike Nicolia. Welcome to the Laugh Off Finals. All right. Can you see this?
No.
You gotta go to it. Bring
Yeah,
it.
just put your arm.
You just push the
Give
phone.
it to Don.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a headset right there.
Oh, boom.
Yeah. $50 for
I feel
third
so
place.
awkward right now. Hi. All right.
Wow.
That was
I'm
something.
looking at the shot. Doesn't look
What's
awkward
up?
at all. Don't worry, you look fine.
All right. Hello, Long Island.
Hi, Mike.
So,
That was Long Island answering you.
third place. How we doing now?
That's good. That's good.
Third place for the Long Island Laugh Off receives a $50 gift card.
Nice.
You're doing it like the movie phone guy. $50 gift card.
He just licked his phone.
I can't. It was like really close. Second place. Second place for the Long Island Laugh Off gets a $75 gift card.
Nice.
Wow.
And first place, drum roll please. I mean, you can see it already. Gets a $150 gift card.
Yeah.
You get spots.
That was
anywhere?
interesting.
Yeah, they don't get a spot on the stage.
They just could go to Foot Locker for. It's $150. Foot Locker.
So, no, there's spots being arranged.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
There was just I wanted to make a little more incentive,
Okay.
but no, there's spots being arranged, but that's determined. There's a Facebook post that I have like that gives all the information on it.
And where?
And that's on.
Yeah, and like first place you get paid spots, like two something like that, an X amount of paid spots. Second place you get like unpaid spots, which is like fundraisers Thursday, Sundays. And then like third place you get like one unpaid or something like that.
Let's get to the nitty gritty.
Sure.
Is it a pain in the ass working with Truson?
No, he's the best. John is an absolute pleasure and a quintessential professional.
Wow, you really should. Yeah, the political correct answers here.
No, but it's not political.
I
Because
know,
he
we teach-
he really is the
No,
best.
John, I love John.
He
I love
really
John.
is the best.
I loved his class. I loved the class.
And it's just such a pleasure to he's just a wealth of information. Really,
Yes.
really, he really
Yes.
is.
Well, yeah, he's been doing it for 800 years. Yeah.
Yes, John will say, I've been doing comedy for 900 years.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Great guy.
So you excited about this? This is the finals is coming up.
So I've been working on new bits past couple weeks just because it's like
Yeah, you've been
all right.
seeing these. Yeah.
Everyone's friends have been watching my set for like 3 months. I gotta bring some new stuff to the table. So there's like pressure on me of like, what am I gonna redo the same 5 minutes that you heard twice already?
Right.
You know, I want the repeat customers, the repeat audience to get some new stuff. And you know, I'm not just a 5 minute man. You know, I got some other stuff. So I've been workshopping, and I'm gonna go to Manhattan tomorrow. Yeah.
I heard that about you. I heard you've been hitting the city a lot this year.
Yeah, it's just before the pandemic, I was like a crazy animal, like 3 times a week in the city. And
What do you wear?
I have the sickness of like, Broadway. I would do Laughing Buddha, like wherever.
Do you know Tom Mondesi?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But wherever I could get up, like, and like once I did one spot, I was like a drug addict, where I was like
I want the next one.
Where's the next one?
Yeah.
Queens, cool. The Bronx, no problem. Like,
You work
it
Staten
was
Island?
just, honestly,
Crab Avenue,
Staten
Victory and
Island's got a
Crab.
good scene over there.
I did one mic in Staten Island before the pandemic, but now as it eases up and now I got the bug. Back in June, I wasn't, but now I got the bug.
And not the COVID bug.
No, I have.
You're not wearing a mask.
The comedy bug. No, I think that's great. I'm glad that you're back, man. And I know you got discouraged with all that, but I'm happy that you're
Thank
back.
you. Thank you.
I'm glad you're leading this contest and that's successful. And you know, like I said, don't get discouraged by any of the negative shit that comes at you. That's gonna happen.
You can easily get lost in the sauce.
And
but-
give us the name of the one you know will lose. Right now, exclusively. This person should have quit a long time ago.
We just needed 20.
They're not going to win the $50 to Foot Locker.
Are there any sleeper hits that made it to the final 20 that you didn't think would? Again, you don't have to name names. Just
Oh, he can't see that. It'll hurt their feelings.
Yeah, I can't. So I said Will Romero because he's not a finalist. Like I don't want to. I can't. I don't want to talk about any of the finalists.
But it would be a positive story,
Yeah.
like a Rocky story, an underdog. If somebody made it through, like, hey man, I didn't expect this person to make it through these rounds.
I never thought they were
So-
funny before.
September 3rd, we're gonna have to see on September 4th.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there you
Who's
go.
judging on September 3rd?
Ziegler should be there, to my knowledge,
Good.
and we're gonna schedule a couple more pros to come down.
Nice.
I would
Charles
like-
Goonin's available.
I would like to opt out of judging for this one.
Yeah,
oh, well,
yeah.
then there you go. I got a spot.
Just
There you go.
just because I don't want to get lost in the sauce again.
Yeah.
If there's someone that can judge in my spot, take it, because I don't want to be responsible for anything that takes place forward.
Right.
I hear you.
What's your opinion then? So, because we were talking just before you got in here, and Charles actually said that he feels that stand-up comedy has gotten kind of boring, and he said there's nobody that's really unique out there.
It's very rare. Yeah.
Right.
Very rare. Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, and I'm not putting you, I'm not putting pressure on you or asking you to comment, but there was one person in particular when you did see us at McGuire's. We were there to support somebody in particular who I personally feel is unique and is doing something that you don't see too much of anymore.
Mustache.
I know who you're talking about.
So,
Am I right?
do you agree that it's gotten boring? Do you think that there's unique people out there?
I don't think.
Well, he's not going to say he thinks it's boring if he does it.
No, I don't
Well,
think.
right, but that's what I'm asking.
I don't think comedy will ever get boring.
Okay.
I love comedy.
Stand-up.
My relationship.
Well, yes, but stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
Do you
stand-up.
in particular? Right. That's what we're talking about.
Like, what do you mean? Like all forms of comedy? 'Cause
No. Just stand-up.
Stand up in general. I mean, honestly, you can't watch stand up 7 days a week. That's for sure.
Okay.
I can't imagine someone coming home from work, loosening up the tie,
The first thing they're going to do.
getting dinner ready.
Right.
Maybe Monday you throw on some stand up. Maybe Friday you throw on. I can't imagine stand up list. I can imagine doing stand up.
Oh, sure.
Well, that's
every
different.
day. 8 days a
That's
week.
a totally different thing. Yeah.
8 days a week.
Yeah.
Right.
Watching, there's a certain amount that you have to do to learn. But not every day. I mean, you learn from stimulation.
Yeah. I
You know-
can't watch it on TV. I
Really?
like it live.
No,
I
you
like it
shouldn't.
live, yeah.
No, that's when it's good.
Yeah, it's best live.
I used when
I
I
agree. It's best live, but
Yeah.
but we can watch it on
I'll
TV.
watch it on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can watch it. I don't prefer to.
Depends
Yeah.
who.
Oh yeah, sure.
Depends
sure.
who. Of course, you're gonna watch Bill Burr's new special.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You
Stuff
know?
like that. Yeah.
But when it comes to taste, is comedy getting boring? No, I think you're not watching the right comedy.
Okay.
In my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Sorry
sure.
if I
No.
offended you.
That's what I was asking.
I'm
Your
very
opinion.
offended.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm a stand-up. I love stand-up comedy. It's never boring to me, but I understand. I understand his point. But it's not boring to me personally. I love stand-up comedy. I'm watching it differently. I'm not always looking.
I'll give a
for
prime
the-
example.
for the jokes.
I'll
so
give
to
a
speak.
I'll give a prime example. You never see a comedian go on stage and be like, "You ever been watching stand up on Netflix and then something unusual happens?" It's like, no. People listen to true crime. There's so many genres that maybe they are not comedy themselves, but it's all comes back home. Like I could listen to true crime and then like, oh, I listened to a true crime and I thought that thing was unusual, so I have a bit about true crime now. You know, I went on vacation to Montauk with my family, and none of them shut up because everyone's like me, and my stimulation came from that. You know, it's not comedy can get boring if it's all you do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
Now he's doing the
I
Macarena.
don't know. I had to change the subject. I feel like I just cursed out my girlfriend saying comedy can get boring. My wife can get boring, you know.
Will you do it again next year if they ask you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm here. This is my home, man.
Well, so yeah, you hosted the open mic tonight. You've been hosting open mics at the brokerage a lot too, right?
Yeah, once a month, first Friday of the month.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, good. I think it's great what you're doing for the stand-up scene, and like I said, we all got to start supporting each other more.
Yeah, agreed.
There's too much of this and not enough of this.
Exactly, and we all need this. If we're gonna make this thing grow, if Long Island comedy is gonna be, you know, the breakout thing, down the road, because we have a lot of talent here. You got 160 people in your contest.
Yeah, that's
we have 20
amazing.
finalists, just to prove that. If we're gonna get to that next level, right? We have to be unified. If we're all inner fighting already, then we're a mess. It's not going to happen.
There's there needs to just be more communication, and there needs to just be less drama, and people need to like get over themselves.
Right. Who is the one who failed so far that you were glad?
That one I do want to know.
And more of that, because you can't harp on the bullshit either.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, this is good stuff, man. So keep on keeping on, my
Thank
friend.
you.
And we it's all good, man.
And if you need us to beat up that guy that was giving you a hard time, just let us know.
Oh, thank you. You know, I'm very frail. So I'll be honest with you. Maybe I am a big fat dude, but I don't really fight. So come kick my ass.
Have you been around the whole place tonight? Do you know if the drag show's over? Because we were supposed to bring them in here.
Yeah, they didn't show up.
I don't know. I think they don't do a typical like 90-minute show. Like they could.
Didn't think it was anything.
Oh, they could still be going on.
They could still be going. Like I really.
Really?
I didn't look after I walked out. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, cool. After party with the drag queens.
Goose Fraba, everyone. We're gonna schedule.
Goose liver pate.
We're gonna schedule some of the finalists to come talk to you guys.
Yeah, I mentioned that before.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
and I'll tell them if they deserve it.
And then we're gonna try and be in here next on Friday, during the show, and get to talk to some of these guys too. I'm very interested to hear what these guys have to say when they come off.
Mike Nicolia suck. No, I'm just kidding.
And that's a
It's
good
smart
idea.
not to judge it. That's for sure.
For like $10 a person, I'll give them the names of the judges.
Oh, they don't know who's judging them?
It's different. If there's a professional comedian and they're available, we'll get them to.
Now are they judging like we judged when we said it out loud, or are they just giving numbers?
No, they just give you.
There's a point. There's a point sheet.
There's a point sheet,
and they hand
Yeah,
it to you.
and
Are
each
there any
category.
negative points so far.
All right, so I'll get into this and then I'm gonna leave you folks.
Who got the most negative points per joke, per punchline?
All right. I'm gonna break it down. Oh, I have the rules right here.
Nice.
It's gonna give us formula to pie.
3.14.
He's doing
Hey,
it.
yeah, wow, you knew it.
I would have said blueberry.
217. I don't know. All right.
I think that was right.
The rounds will be judged from 1 to 20 in each of the following categories.
N-word jokes.
A, originality.
A, always original. He didn't even know how to spell. Go ahead.
B, audience response. C, material. D, stage presence. E, delivery and timing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Anyway.
That's good.
Good luck to all the contestants.
Yes.
If you hate me, come punch me in
And
the
when's
face
the
after
big
the finals.
When's the last big one?
Friday, September 3rd.
Right here at Governor's. Go to govs.com and get some tickets. Come support
which
some
room?
new faces.
I might move around my schedule. To be here.
I think you got to be here, man.
Yeah,
Which
man.
room?
What?
In which room?
The main room.
The main room.
Main room.
Then in the little room, you got Mike Keegan and friends.
Yep.
That's
That
right.
should be a fun one, too.
Yeah, the
Absolutely.
word
It's
friend is so loosely used. But yes.
Thank you, Governor's Green Room.
Yes, thank
Goose
you.
Fraba.
Thank you, pal. We appreciate you stepping in for a minute. And we'll see you Friday.
We're gonna have a busy week, folks.
Nice.
Catch you later. Thanks,
Take
guys.
care, brother.
Mike Nicolia, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right. So are we?
I think we're
done.
We're done.
Yeah.
I don't think those drag queens are coming in.
Screw the drag queens. All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't screw them, but yeah. I think, maybe by Red Rocket, I would. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
The fact that drag queens were going to come in here was the most normal thing that we talked about.
Do we get any comments from the last whole
from PETA?
With the whole thing?
From the PETA people.
From PETA.
With Nicolia.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, actually, there are some comments.
Good, because Nicolia said some good stuff, and I agree. I think the Long Island comedy scene is important, and we need to everybody needs to be on the same page.
But he really would never agree with my point of view if he's doing what he's doing.
Right.
You know.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like saying
Right.
it's like asking Don Mattingly, do his baseball fun? He's not going to say nah.
I was just trying to get some answers about the unique part. That was really what I was
You were
interested
going
in.
towards the Plagina.
Right.
Yeah, because I thought Andy was so unique.
Well, Andy is more unique than most of the other people that you're going to see all the time.
Everything-
and I was shocked he didn't make it.
Everything on the list that he, all the criteria, Andy scored high.
Even we were
Right.
talking about weirdo Abe Hannigan. He's very unique. Like,
Yeah.
I'm saying, not just something you don't
I
see
like
all the
unique
time.
acts too, and if you look at the '80s boom, it was all unique acts, and
Right.
and then it normalized again. But
Right.
to me, I always look at the clever joke writing and stuff.
Oh, clever joke writing? I
Yeah,
got
it's
a
not-
clever. You want to hear a clever joke?
Let's hear it.
When this is a political clever joke. You ready? And
Yeah,
it's clever
I'm ready.
and it's political. All right? Watch this one. I sold this joke to somebody for lots of money. So it was
Really?
like what's the difference between Republicans and my mother-in-law?
Oh my god!
They both don't shut up. That's one of them political jokes.
What's that? What'd you say?
I'll tell you off the air who's joking.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I don't. Yeah, I missed that. You don't? No? Oh, okay.
Oh damn!
That
All
was
right.
it.
The Goonin, the great Goonin.
The old joke.
Elizabeth Batapede. She said the guy that showed up at McGuire's with the dog was probably Pablo.
That's great.
You know, we didn't make that
great.
connection.
Yeah, we didn't make that. You did. That's
He
great.
was so serious. I didn't want to.
Now, Charles mentioned the guy from Movie Phone.
Yes.
So Andrew Fremder said that guy actually passed away. His funeral service was at 12 o'clock, 12:30, 3:30, and 4:40. Fremder says, I would definitely not win this contest because I suck at life. As a matter of fact, you can just call me Sal. Suck at life. S-A-L, suck at life.
Well, he took rejection hard. He took the slightest light criticism hard.
Elizabeth
bad.
Batapede says she's the exception. She could go or watch stand-up comedy every day. And I believe
doesn't
her.
know
She
that.
does.
She
She
loves
does.
it.
She
Well, what
really
did she do
does.
it for a living?
She goes to stand-up comedy shows. And then Molly Molly says hello. Hello, Molly Molly.
Hello, Molly.
Molly. I think I did that in high school.
Molly. Molly.
Oh, big song, big finish.
Molly.
Keep going.
I was.
Molly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the only part of the da-da-da, Hattie. Da-da-da-da, song.
I don't know the words to Willy Bully either.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Santa's there.
Da-da-da-dee-dee-da.
Willy Bully. It's
Wally,
a-
Wally.
What are the words to Louie Louie, which is another one?
Luai.
Yeah.
Oh, now say
They
we
banned
gotta
that song
go.
when it first came out because they
Yeah,
thought the
yeah,
lyrics were
yeah,
dirty.
yeah.
It's just way incoherent.
Yeah.
Louie Louie. Saturday.
It's like-
Hey!
and then you just come back with the Luai.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I didn't know this was gonna be. I would have put my tap shoes on. This was gonna be like this. We start off with Red Rocket. We end with music. Boy, this is
What
such
we
a
really need
magical.
Drag queens.
is Bing Crosby
Bing
cover.
what? What were you gonna say? Bing's what?
I was
Bing's
gonna say,
cock?
Bing's
When
Red
I take it
Rocket.
out, my big Malacca cake comes out, and I beat it like I beat one of my boys, like Gary. I beat him over the head until he bleeds. Bleeding red is the color of Christmas. That's all right. Is that good?
That was a great
That
Bing
was
Crosby.
great.
Yes,
right?
you did
Okay.
it good. You worked
right.
it in.
Right.
Wow, little Bing Crosby
Very
there.
nice.
That little bitch Sinatra thinks he can sing like me. Well, I'll bust his butt. There you go. You know, he was scared of Bing Crosby.
What?
He was intimidated.
He beat the shit out of his kids.
No, Sinatra was scared. Bing Crosby.
Because Bing Crosby was around before Sinatra.
Yeah,
so
he was his
Sinatra,
idol.
that's
He was
like,
his idol.
oh my God,
Yeah.
you're Bing Crosby.
was
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
intimidated
just
by
didn't want to get beat up.
Right. He's like, I'm not one of your kids for not to hit me and break my legs.
All right, we're out. We did what 2.5 hours? Holy moly! All right.
How much is that doggy in the window? The one that fucked me up the ass. I'm sorry. All right. But I give.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Sally and I will see you Monday. Don will see you guys Wednesday, and Charles is coming in sometime this week.
Probably Tuesday. Red Rocket.